Hello. Yes. Welcome. Oh boy, it's the normal start of the things where I forget where I... Shit. Here we go. Is this working? Does it look cool this way? Hey everybody, what's up? Oh, there's my phone. It was sitting right in front of my big dumb face. Okay, just gonna get the chat on my phone so I can see a little closer. Is everybody hearing and seeing me okay? Do you like the frame that Sam made? Sweet, thank you. Alrighty, so we're gonna get logged in so I can see the chat. And we'll talk about, I know you guys like to get the hype train running right away to make us scramble, and I do have an idea. It's weird, but I think it's gonna work. So we'll see what happens there. Anyways, welcome to official WKUK, and my name is Timmy Williams, and this is awesome, right? It says Timmy time up there, and thank you. Sam made the borders. Aren't those cool? Kind of based off the old TV show a little bit, and yeah, it says it's Timmy time right now, and it is. It's Timmy time. We're gonna make zucchini brownies. Oh shit! Did it just freeze? It did, didn't it? What the fuck? Okay. Well, I don't know what just happened. Frozen. But you guys can hear me okay, so what the fuck, man? I hate the internet. The computers, right? Computers. Wow. Okay. I wonder why the fuck it did that, huh? Let's turn it off. You sure? Yes, I'm sure. It's God. Now. Okay. Now it's back. Get a little bigger. Okay. Is this real? Is this working? Yeah, that's good now, right? Yeah. All right, cool. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Thanks to everyone hopping in and checking things out and subscribing. Now, you know, I've got a thing over here and a phone over here, and I'm trying to cook right here, is why this is right here. So if I miss your subscription or any other awesome contribution, apologies ahead of time, but I am going to get into it as soon as I can. So anyways, if you don't know, what we're doing is I'm going to be doing a baking stream every once in a while. Maybe once a week, a cooking stream. Right now it's called Zucchini Boy because I cooked with zucchini last week. I'm cooking again with zucchini this week. The reason there's so much fucking zucchini in my life is because my friend Sidecar Driver, who he pops up in here, he lives in the same town as I, and he gave me a zucchini this big. Like a girthy, healthy, bulbous, veinous, throbbing zucchini. And so far I've made 4 loaves of zucchini bread total, including the 2 I made last week. 1 order of zucchini brownies, and then I have enough to do another recipe of zucchini brownies tonight, and there's still a little bit of zucchini left, so I'll fry it up for dinner tomorrow or something. I don't know, but pretty crazy. Should have just stuck the zucchini in my ass. Listen, man, we're talking like that. Like, can you see it? Well, okay, right there, like big. Anyways, and we did talk about, you know, with Self-Suck Saturday, which the promise there is if Whitest Kids ever gets, 100,000 subscribers or something, that I will self-suck on camera, which you can't even do on Twitch. But last week on one of my streams, we decided that if I physically am unable to do that, we'll put a vegetable in my butt. Let me tell you, that zucchini, the zucchini that has provided so much food, had that gone in my butt, I'd be dead. Straight up dead. I'd be dead. I do not look like Steven Seagal. If I do, I'm like a cool, non-shitty version. Because didn't he end up like trapping women in his basement or something? Anyways, so I'm going to be making zucchini brownies. I did post the recipe on my Twitter. Timmy is a nerd. Actually, Sam's beautiful banner shows it right there. And so last week I made zucchini bread. I also made banana bread. And this, the zucchini bread recipe calls for grated zucchini, okay, which is the small holes, right? If you're don't know what's going on with cooking, the small holes of the grater. This is shredded zucchini, so it looks like that. That's using the bigger holes, so the shreds are bigger, okay? And in the brownies, when it gets mixed up with the flour, sugar, and chocolate, it gives it nice fluffy body and also keeps it moist. So that's one reason you do it that way. It does say Timmy time, isn't that cool? Hey, Sassy Mullet, go fuck yourself. So, the St. Peter sketch, I do. John Wick, Timmy. Dude, if I could do that kind of gun kata or gunjitsu, I think they call it gunjitsu for that movie? I don't know. I would. I'd shoot people. Okay, so, obviously, let's get a few things, business details done, right? So, one thing, before we get started, if you don't know, one reason we've started doing this Twitch channel and YouTube and all that and selling t-shirts, go to our Teespring page. You can get to it through our YouTube channel, and I think down below right here on Twitch as well. We're trying to raise money to make an animated movie, and it's going great. We're starting to really get stuff figured out for it, which is amazing, and hoping to do the voice and picking out animation stuff very soon. And so, we really appreciate all the subscribers, everybody else doing that. And one of the ways, I don't understand Twitch, I'm getting there, okay? I'm getting there. Zach and Sam really have this figured out more than me at this point. And probably everyone else does, including all of you. Anyways, there's something called a hype train, right? It means when there's a lot of activity going on with the stream, a lot of interaction, subscriptions and gifting and, I think emoji and all that kind of stuff. When all that stuff is happening, it creates a hype train, which you probably know, and I don't even need to explain it to you. But if we get to level 5 of hype train tonight, I've got a weird thing that I'm going to make myself do. But speaking of weird things I'm going to do for free, I'm going to put a hairnet in. I have a ponytail in today, so I'm going to put this hairnet in over the ponytail? I don't know, but I have a lot of long hair these days, and I don't want it to get into my zucchini brownies, right? So there's that. The movie will be adult-themed? I mean, dude, we can't even, talk about, we can't talk about anything without, eventually getting into, anal sex and shit within, 2 minutes. Anything. I think anything White as Kids is going to be adult-themed, even if we didn't want it to. I mean, it's funny that Trevor writes for the Disney Channel, but he can do that on his own. I've done kid stuff on my own, like I said a few streams ago on White as Kids Stuff Select Saturday, I would do substitute teaching and all that stuff. So I think we're okay around children separately, but together we're just crazy, right? So, okay, so I know we're on some sort of, we got level 1 of hype train, so once we get to 5, we're going to do something weird, which means I need to get to measuring before we hit that, because it's going to mess up my measuring. Okay, basically what happens is I'm making zucchini brownies. If we get to level 5 of the hype train, I'm going to stop using any utensils and just use my hands, which means I need to measure first so that I don't have to measure with my hands because I'm too stupid to do that. But all mixing, spatulaing, battering, what's the one with the wires? Whisking? Yeah. I'm going to use all my hands. And I'll wash, so none of you germaphobes get freaked out. Okay, so we're going to get the flour measure first. The flour and the dry ingredients are going to go in one bowl. And as I said last week, I like to measure flour with this method so it doesn't get too packed down. And again, I would be food measuring it using a food scale. But this recipe doesn't include the grams, so I'm not worrying about it. How loud is that flour bag in the mic? You guys like that? Is that ASMR? I said, talking about ASMR, and I also said bag. A little bit of my Midwestern accent slipped out. What's the one with the wires? It's a whisk, right? Just wait till I start talking about the things I use on the oven. Who's on Timmy's shirt? Okay, so people like to say it's Jennifer Aniston. It's not. But that's not that far away, at least not in my mind. Because this is, I got this at a thrift store, obviously. I don't buy concert t-shirts. I'm not rich, right? Anyways, this is Keith Urban, I guess. And he's married to Nicole Kidman, who, for some reason, I guess that's all, tied into the world of Jennifer Aniston, sort of, right? So, I don't know. All right, so what are we at? Are we at level 2 of the hype train already? Is that where we're at? I'm trying to see here. Is that level 3? We'll see here. Keith Urban, he's like a country musician. The weird thing about him is that he's Australian. And actually, that was level 3 already. Holy shit. All right, I already got the flour measured, thank God. So I'm not going to have to measure that with my hands. Okay, so next up, probably should measure the wet ingredients because that would be impossible with my hands, right? So we're going to need a half a cup of vegetable oil. I might point up the camera so you guys can see my head a little better, right? Anyways, if that's what you want, you sick fuckers. Think you want to see me? All right. And I actually got to get a spatula so I can use that before I have to stop using it, right? Okay. There we go. There's that. Okay. Are we at level 4 already? Fuck. Fuck beans. Okay. I can't believe you guys are making this happen this quickly. I mean, it's great, but also it's throwing me into a panic. Okay. No, are we really at level 5 already? Level 4 completed. Okay, cool. So we got that. Now we got to get that's salt. I almost did salt for the sugar. That would have been fucking insane. Okay, so this a cup and a half of sugar. Because you know what? 2020's been pretty fucked up. Let's die, right? But let's die in a sugar coma. Oh, we're at level 5 hype train. Fuck. Okay, so I'm going to stop using measuring utensils now, which is good. I got most of the big measuring done, but level 5 hype train, that means I'm going to stop using, I'm not going to use any utensils. So no more whisk, no more spatula, no spoons. I'm just going to do everything with my hands. Okay, so next up for the wet side, and sugar's not a wet ingredient, but generally with baking, you're going to be mixing sugar into the wet ingredients. They call it creaming. Anyway, so here's vanilla extract. So I need 2 teaspoons of that. We're going to call that one 1 teaspoon. And that one, maybe a little more. Okay. This might be a very vanilla-y brownie mixture. So thank you to everyone subscribing and gifting. Already got us to the hype train, which is cool, but also fuck. And did I do a cup and a half of sugar? Yeah, I did, right? Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Okay. There's that. Vegetable oil, sugar, vanilla. Okay, flour. I didn't measure the cocoa powder yet. Oh no. This stuff's gonna get powdery all over the place. Okay, so Lord Timmy, wash your hands, COVID. But yeah, I'm gonna wash my hands before I mix stuff up. Don't worry, you guys. And you know that COVID has been all over South Dakota. I mean, we're fucked right now. So, okay, so I also didn't measure that. You know what? I might have to cheat once and measure out the baking soda, because that's like the chemical part of baking that requires perfection in math. So the cocoa powder. All right, that looks pretty good. I don't know. This is what we got so far. It's like, what's that look like? Because it should be a 1-to-4 ratio, right? Because it's half cup cocoa powder, 2 cups of flour. So that should be about right. Yeah, okay. Jesus, okay. So I'm going to do the baking soda, and then we're done with utensils. So you should make something with grapes or beans sometimes. Great joke. Okay, so I'm a real dick when it comes to that kind of stuff. Sorry. Okay, I'm using the spoons. Really, the fun part here is going to be that I have to mix everything with my hands. So those are done. Those are done. These are all done. Get the fuck out of here, utensils. All right. Hopefully I put enough cocoa in here. What if I didn't put enough cocoa in, though? Then the brownies won't be that brown. I'm going to put a little bit more in. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. Okay, so the last thing we need to do without measuring is salt. So that could really fuck things up, too. That's supposed to be 1 teaspoon. Okay, that's probably about right. This is where we find out if I'm really good at eyeballing stuff or no. And then someone today, or yesterday when I promoted this stream on Twitter, someone was like, well, at least the brownies won't have walnuts, which is crazy because they didn't know the recipe and I hadn't fucking made them yet. And by the way, yes, they do have walnuts in them, because that goes really well with zucchini stuff. It was in the zucchini bread too. Now this package is supposed to be a half a cup, so I'm just going to use it. So if it's extra walnutty, and I didn't fucking chop them up yet. All right, if it's a little nutty, if the big chunks of nuts, I'm sorry to whoever has to eat it. Chunks of nuts. Okay. You once drank 6 bottles of vanilla extract when you were 18. Did you get drunk? You can, right? Isn't that a thing that can happen? Okay. So we got my bowl of wet, dry goods. We got the wet goods over here. And I got to mix up the wet goods, which is oil and sugar and vanilla, with my hands. So I'll be right back. I'm going to wash my hands. Maybe people in the chat can explain why I'm doing that. Okay, I'm back. Now I have a question. So, what are we counting as utensils? If I can't use utensils, now that we've hit hype train, if I can't use utensils... Oh, thanks for Skeleton Goon for gifting subs. Rad, rad, rad. If I can't use utensils, am I allowed to drink water out of a cup? Huh? Is that a no-no? Do I have to whiz the juice on my Brita back here? Just like... Can you see me back here? No. Okay, let me get the Brita out. Back closer to the camera. Here it is. I'm going to put it right here. And just like... Can I just do this? Like... Yeah. All right. That worked. Yes, I'm wearing a hairnet. Hail Hydrate. I love that. The Brita's utensil. I'm sorry, do you want me to bring my laptop to the fucking lake? I do live in Watertown, so there's water here. Okay, so my hands are clean. As clean as they're going to get. And now it's time to mix the ingredients. So here's the wet ingredients. And you know what? I'm going to change my sound setup a little bit. Okay, there we go. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah? All right. So now we're mixing up the wet ingredients. This is sugar, oil, and vanilla, and I'm going to mix it with my hands. And I'm going to get the paper towels ready. What the fuck did I put them? There we go. Okay, ready? Here we go. Oh. Okay. I really wonder if these will still be any good. Timmy, wait. Twisting like a wrist twisting like a stir fry. I don't know what the fuck that means. Okay. Thank you to everybody who got the hype train going a little too quickly for me, and I had to eyeball measurements. I was really trying to rush, get the measurements done. Now, I could have cheated, at least in my mind cheating. I could have cheated and gotten all the measurements before I started the stream, right? But no, you know, we got to make it a little crazy. We got to get a little danger. And in this case, the danger might be to people who will eat the brownies, because the ingredients might be all out of whack, and my hands are all over everything. So, you know, there we go. Okay, so this is not how I imagined I'd spend my Thursday night. I was saying the same thing 2 weeks ago, baby. Thank you to everyone gifting subs and subbing and doing everything else. Really appreciate it. So I got the oil, sugar, and 2 teaspoons vanilla well blended together. Okay. All right. And then we got to combine the flour, half cup cocoa, which I hope is a half cup in there. It really sucks that I didn't get to measure the cocoa for brownies, but whatever. That's not the only thing that'll make it chocolatey. There's also frosting that was in the recipe. If you saw me share the recipe on Twitter. Okay, but is me shaking the bowl? That's cheating, isn't it? Okay, so I got to get my hands in here, shake all this stuff up. Ooh, this feels good. The flour and the cocoa, it's got like a cooling effect on your hands. Ooh, see, I would go to a spa where I would lay in this, right? It's this. Okay, see that? I would lay in this, and, you know, you could, like, put cucumbers on my eyes or zucchini, you know? Nice shirt. Thank you, Spaceship Trucker. All right, shake that bowl. No, I think shaking the bowl would count as using a utensil. I don't know. I don't know how caveman we're going here, if I can't use any tools or what. So, I am kind of working some of the big clumps of flour and cocoa powder between my fingers. I mean, really, if you think about it, hands could be utensils, so maybe I should be doing all this with my mouth, but that's just fucking gross. Okay, so this is good. This is combined. We're going to stir this into the sugar mixture. There we go. Now I got to work that all in together. And then fold in the zucchini and the walnuts. Now, this looks pretty dry so far, okay? Drier than you might if you're someone who has done some baking and, you know, cooking. This might look very dry, which you would be right. This would not work as brownies right now. And actually, I think color-wise, those are brown. So I think we're good on that. All right, so. Official WKUK is spelt wrong? Is it really? Oh my gosh, it is Sam. Oh no! We'll let him know. I spelt it wrong on a promotional tweet about, you know, whatever broadcast a couple weeks ago. So it happens. It happens to the best of us, buddy. Okay, so there's my pretty dry brownie mix. Now we fold in. Now folding is something you do with your hands. We fold in the zucchini and walnuts, and I just mix them together because you put them in at the same time. So there's that. I can't believe, if you're just joining us, I've been baking with zucchini last week and this week. My friend Sidecar gave me the biggest fucking zucchini I've ever seen in my life. And after these brownies are done, I will have made 2 batches of zucchini brownies and 4 F-O-U-R loaves of zucchini bread. So that's a lot of goddamn... That was a big fucking zucchini, you know what I mean? Alright. Also, this year, I didn't used to say it a lot before, as far as I know. I've started saying, you know what I mean, a lot, so I don't know. I hope you guys are alright with that. You know what? I forgot one thing. I've got to grease and flour the pan, which is right over here. And it didn't spoil? No, man, it didn't spoil. I kept it in the fridge. First of all, zucchini, like a lot of good garden vegetables, zucchini is technically a fruit. Like a lot of good fruits, once they're picked, you don't have to refrigerate them while they're whole, you know. So I didn't. And then when I made the first one, I just, saved it as best I could, and I kept saving it, and it worked, yeah. And, so, if these brownies end up a little dry, it's probably just because the zucchini was old, but I think it'll be fine. Plus, we put frosting on them. I mean, really, it's just a frosting delivery service. That's what we're really making here, right? Delivery system. Half cup vegetable oil, 1/2 cup white sugar, half cup salt, 2 cups. Okay, I got everything in there. Okay, so now I gotta grease the pan. Look at my hands. I tell you what, man. So one reason I like baking, I've mentioned this before, but baking is in my fucking blood, right? Especially on my mom's side. Well, not my dad's side. But my mom's side, my mom's a great baker. Her mom was a great baker. Her mom's mom, who I even met when she was she got to 105 before she died. She was a great baker. And she wrote a recipe for molasses cookies. It's not the same recipe that I use. Mine I got from my step-grandma, but there's always going to be grandmas involved when you're baking and getting good recipes. So, anyways, I one time took my great-grandma, Sunshine's, molasses cookie recipe to school, because what we found when I looked at the thing, she grew up in the Dust Bowl, right? So she was like poor as shit, dirt house. They lived in like one of those sod houses that was like the side of a hill, right? And so when she was baking, they didn't measure stuff. So the recipe just said like some flour, more sugar, some butter, stuff like that. And so sorry, someone just insulted my chin. I don't give a shit. It's funny, like, I've been fat on TV for years. I've been fat. I was skinny for a while again, and I've been getting fatter again. It's like, and I'm growing a goatee so that I can have a wizard mustache for Halloween. So it's funny when people are like, I'm going to get him. I'm going to call him a no-chin-having bitch. Well, it still got me to talk about their comment online, so I guess they got what they wanted. Acknowledgements, they can jerk off to themselves in the mirror. But anyways, fuck you. Okay, so here is... Here's the baking pan. All right. And you got to grease and flour it. So I don't know if I have any Crisco left. I think I'm out of Crisco. Yeah, probably. Yeah, just use some butter. And normally I like to use room temperature butter for this, but I forgot about that, so I didn't do it. It's okay, this will still work. All right. I'm a zucchini angel. Finish the goddamn story. That was pretty much it on the story about the cookie recipe. So I took it to school just because I thought it was so weird to have a cookie recipe with no measurements, But anyways, Grandma Donahue lived to be 105 years old, and I named my daughter after her. So there you go, lady. And people on her side of the family just live a long time, and I apparently genetically really share a lot with that side of the family, so I guess I'm in this for the long haul no matter what. So even if I continue eating brownies all the time, I think we'll be okay. So we'll just see what happens. Okay, so I got this pan greased. I just use a stick of butter. Doing it. Still no utensils, because we hit the hype train, right? No utensils. Yes, I named my daughter Grandma. Her official name is Grandma Williams. That's really funny. Okay, I need a little more flour. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to flour the pan. Just dump a little flour in it like that, and I'm just going to shake it up like that. Yeah, just get it nice and floured. Beat around with my hands a little bit, I guess. Really good at beating around with my hands. That's not a domestic violence joke. That's a masturbation joke, just so we're all aware of that. All right. Okay, so that's all floured and looking nice. Butter's done. Where's my butter dash? There it is. Oh, I did have soft butter. I did think of this. I thought ahead of time, and I didn't remember that I thought of things ahead of time. Anyways, I hope you like my table. Look, I got a festive ghost with a pumpkin. Oh, I should put him up there for the next time, right? Also, vampire tea, still the package. Oh, those are out of the frame. And this Trevor cup from Trevor's Trevathon from a couple years ago with a spider plant in it. Okay, so it is a spider plant. I think I just said that, right? Yep. Okay, cool. Nightbot. Anyways, Timmy, the stream is still named Zakiro. It should be. I updated the info. See, this is the part of it that I don't understand. Maybe if you refresh, it'll show the right name. I don't know. Anyways, where are we at? I greased my pan. I got all this ready. Okay, cool. So now we put the mixture. Don't worry, I wasn't using those utensils. I was just picking them up. Okay, so here's the pan. Get that shit out of the way. Okay, this is going to look like a giant poo. Just, yeah. Ugh. Speaking of that, a couple other orders of business. We need to name the stream, right? And since tonight and the last week I baked with zucchini, someone came up with a great name, Timmy Zooks His Pans. Get it? If you're a longtime Whitest Kids fan, you'll get it. Anyways, I love that name. But I'm not always going to bake with zucchini. In fact, after this, there's not going to be zucchini around South Dakota for a while. So, you know. But I love that name so much. But, you know, so I think we need to name the stream, right? And then also, Timmy Zooks His Pants is a reference to Timmy Poops His Pants. And now this looks like Timmy Pooped His Pants. Because that's, yeah. So, anyways, it might look weird now. It's going to be fucking delicious. Should I lick some batter off my fingers? Okay, hold on. All right. Oh, God. Okay. Let's get up close with the brownie stuff on my hands and then just... There's another hand. Someone just said it's getting weird in here. It's my main objective, baby. Oh, God. Okay. I don't know what I am watching. I don't know what I'm broadcasting. Glad that we're all on the same page. All right, so that is a brownie. So that's not that hard. So now these go in the, it's pretty easy. If you notice, it didn't take me very long. I had some stuff set out. But shit, man, I didn't even use utensils for half the measuring or spreading it around or mixing it up, but it still looks pretty good. All right? Not bad. So now we're going to bake it. So preheated oven. Just like last time, people were like, you're so unprepared. I'm like, I got the oven reheated. Fuck you. Anyway, so I got the oven preheated now. It's at 350, which most ovens start at 350. So you just turn it on. You literally just have to turn it on, and then you're done. So we bake these about 25 to 30 minutes. So here's my oven over here. Put them in there. Oh, yeah. Now, I rent, and so my oven is probably not that great. Whatever cheap replacement my landlord could find when my oven blew up a couple years ago. But I do try to get good kitchen gear. And so that pan I use is like a nice Pyrex pan. I had some bowls that I used last time. Somebody wrote me on Twitter and said that this bowl is like worth money. It's like an old Pyrex bowl, and it does say Pyrex. And so it's got two ones that go with it. Now I knew that because my mom and dad are like, they like to go to, as like a hobby kind of thing, they go to estate sales and stuff like that, auctions, and find weird old stuff and sell them. So my mom is really good at finding old kitchen equipment. Like that, I have a nice cupcake pan. The bowls I use today are like old and really good, some kind of stainless steel, you know? So I'm like, oh, I've always been in awe of my mom's skills at finding kitchen stuff. Then I realized, oh, she's just waiting. She's reading the obits, finds out when an old lady dies, and then like goes to the estate sale. You know, like an old grandma that was baking every weekend That's what she's doing. She's going to this. She's like, all right, Grandma Worthington died. Let's get over there. I bet she made good cupcakes, you know. So that's what she was doing. So I call my mom the bloodhound, you know. My heart is now, she's knocking him off. You know what? That's maybe not the worst theory in the world. You know, what if my mom is just, you know, poisoning old women to get their kitchen utensils? Because let's see, we got those good bowls. I got this really good old school aluminum cupcake pan. I don't do a lot of cupcakes with muffins, though. I do muffins, or you can do big meatballs in here in the oven. And this fucker is probably 50 years old. You could probably, you know, you can do anything to this thing, and it's always gonna last. Got that. I have a really, really good baking sheet that I have kind of destroyed already, but Nordic Ware. I feel like this is the endorsement part of it where I'm like doing a commercial. But anyways, this is an old aluminum baking pan. You can beat the fuck out of these things, and even though it's really yellowed, it's non-stick really, so you don't have to use oil on it, and I did the first time because I didn't know that. Oops. Anyways, this thing will last longer than me, for sure. Just because I beat COVID doesn't mean I cannot last aluminum. You know what I mean? So, anyways, do I use parchment paper? I do sometimes. Yeah, other people get Nordic Ware. I'm trying to get my chat bigger on my phone. Sorry, guys. I'm so bad at, like, the technical part of this. What? Don't do that. What? Okay. How do I get to just chat? I'm so sorry. All right. Zucchini Boys. It says, on mine it says Zucchini Boys. There we go. You got a new spatula? All right. I'm not technically adept. Shut up. Okay. But thank you again right now to everybody gifting subscriptions and to everyone subscribing and doing all that stuff. Shit, I didn't set the timer on the oven. Now, given that we hit the hype train and I have to not use utensils, does a timer I mean, an oven, we can't use that, count that as a utensil because I have to use the oven. How the fuck else would the brownies happen? So, but a timer, right? We'll say I can use a timer because we don't want these to be ruined. So I've already been yakking for about 4 or 5 minutes. So we'll go up to, you're supposed to cook these for what, 25 to 30? So we'll do 22 on here. Okay. Now, the frosting. We'll talk about the frosting. Oven mitts count as utensils? Well, you know. This overlay is so scuffed. I don't know what that means. Is that good? Cook it in. You used your hand to set it. I did. Okay. No timer, toothpicks only. I'm into that. All right, no timer, toothpicks only. Boom. I'm going to pay attention to the time just because I'm not an idiot, but I can do toothpicks only. You're on, whoever said that. Who said that? Why is the overlay so big? Because I wanted to get all of Sam's work in there, but I'll get the overlay figured out. I do have toothpicks somewhere. I want to say they're in drawer number 3 down here. By the parchment paper and aluminum foil. Yes. All right. You're on, Mamma Jamma. We'll do that. So let's talk about brownies. No, we are talking about brownies. Let's talk about frosting. I put the recipe for this on my Twitter, by the way, today. And so if you're interested, it's on there. Timmy is a nerd, as it says on Sam's little thing there. Timmy is a nerd is spelled right. And anyways, so the recipe itself comes with a chocolate frosting recipe built into it, okay? But, I mean, I like chocolate. You know what I like even more than chocolate? You know what I like to have paired with chocolate? You guys know. Say it with me. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Peanut butter! There's Barf Chunks got it. Cock's good. Oh, everybody says pussy and dick because we're all geniuses. Okay, anyways, yes, peanut butter. So, what I've been doing the last few times I made the zucchini brownies is I'll do half chocolate frosting and half peanut butter frosting. And then when my daughter and I make them, when I cut them, you know, you wait for them to cool, then you frost them, then we cut them, and we always cut it in a way so that the middle is half and half brownies, right? That are half chocolate, half peanut butter. But here's the thing. So I know up here when I'm going to make the zucchini brownies that I'm going to frost them half chocolate and half peanut butter. And yet, I make full recipes of each. So I'm not going to make the frosting today because I had it saved in the freezer. Don't worry, it's not going bad. There's the peanut butter and there's the chocolate. So they're very good. The chocolate frosting, I probably put too much. It was a little runny, so I put too much powdered sugar in it. So it's probably a little sugary, not chocolatey enough. The peanut butter frosting. This shit is mostly like whipped butter and whipped peanut butter and a lot of powdered sugar. And I'm sure the brownies that have this peanut butter frosting on are probably double the calories. So if you're watching what you eat, well, why are you making brownies? And if you're interested in health, why are you watching me at all? But look at that. This is good. I may have eaten this just with a fork. You can see the tine marks on desperate nights. I pulled it out of the freezer and just scraped some out with a fork because I have no fucking self-control. So anyways, so that's the frosting. So then how it works is once the brownies get out, we let them cool for a while, and then we put on the frosting. And in the meantime, I got to mix the frosting up to loosen up, and I guess I have to use my hands for that because we're not using utensils. All right, so gross and beautiful at the same time. All right, I do the same thing to frozen frosting. Yeah, dude. Zucchini Boys 5 stars. Thank you. Someone says, "God damn, that's COVID." Briar, maybe you're right. Maybe the COVID eating away my brain was like, yo, dude, you should eat frosting, bro. And so that's what I did. Anyways, but I want to loosen up the frosting. However, since we hit level 5 of Hype Train, I agreed not to use utensils anymore. So here we go. Oh my god, this feels so good. I'm going to have to lick my hands off, right? And I don't want any of you fuckers giving me shit about it, right? Hey, Timmy, did your culinary creative ideas come from having a child, or were you always making different recipes? Okay, I grew up in a home where I'm the oldest of 6 kids. My parents been together the whole time, and we always lived together, lived by both sets of my grandparents and several aunts and uncles. So home cooking was a thing for me my whole life, right? I never cooked that much. I wasn't super interested in it. When I got, I was married for a little while, and when I got married, we got into cooking and stuff. Like, we got to the point when we lived in Portland where we were making pizza from scratch, including the cheese, right? And I'm going to make cheese on this stream eventually because there's a really, really easy recipe where it only takes a half an hour to make mozzarella. So I need to get there's some stuff I'm going to have to, like, order online to do that, like special acid. And anyways, so yeah, I was into cooking. And then, then our kid came along, and so that made me get more into it because having a kid can be expensive, and you don't want to go out to eat all the time. And then I started to lose weight, and that was, it's much easier to lose weight when you're cooking for yourself. You know what the fuck is in your food. And so that's when I started, like, I got a Lodge cast iron pan. It's dirty right now, so we won't worry about it. But I got that, and I was making lots of healthy recipes. And see, I've been into it for a couple years now, Cheese making stream, I agree, Fluffy. That would be fun, right? This seems like the viewers getting punished, no utensils. Well, you can probably find, teenagers using racial slurs on a first-person shooter if you want. But this is what my stream is. So, anyways, okay, so I stirred up the peanut butter frosting with my hand a little bit. Now I'm going to do chocolate frosting. Okay, see, the chocolate frosting is too thick now. I think freezing it and then putting, when I first made it, I put in a lot of powdered sugar, so maybe it's too thick now. I might have to pour a little milk in there. Do you think that'll make it out, Trek? Do you think they'll censor that out? Me licking frosting off my finger like a poopy wiener? Okay, I got a Mont Crunch. Is that what your name is? Okay, they just said this comment, and I think this sums up how I feel, too. When I started watching WKUK many, many, many years ago, did you have to use that many? I mean, I get it. We're fucking old. Anyways, when I started watching Whitest Kids many, many, many years ago, 3 manys, I never ever would have guessed I would end up watching Timmy finger a cup of frosting on Twitch. Well, there's a lot of things, that we don't expect, and so that's just throw that on the pile, right? All right, I need to clean my hands up a little bit. I think while we bake the brownies and wait for them to cool and then frost them, I'll probably whip out the old Fallout 1, right? Can you stream yourself pretending to be a teenager in Call of Duty? We had a sketch of that. You can watch that sketch. It's called Whitest Kids Call of Duty, Season 3. Check it out. I'd like to spoon Timmy. Hey-o. What's my favorite kind of pizza? Pepperoni. Rate the GTAs? Okay. San Andreas, Vice City, the original top-down, 3-2-4 five's really cool. I just haven't played that much. I'd maybe put 5 more up there, but definitely San Andreas and Vice are at the top for me. These guys love it when you quote skits at them. Torgen Mangle, such a great member of our Twitch crew and our Twitch base. We appreciate you, Twerkin, and I love that you're trolling me because she knows, Twerkin knows, they know that I fucking hate that. Anyways, so yeah, I think the 2 things I've been doing on the stream the last few weeks is cooking and being real bad at Fallout 1. Fallout's one of my favorite series. So let's see if I can get this set up real quick here. And it's probably going to be a disaster because Sam told me today how in OBS to set it up so I could switch between the 2 setups. But I didn't set up the setting up of setups yet. So I'm not set up to set up the setting up of the setups yet. But I'll set it up so that next week I'll set up all the setup that I need to set up these setups so that then when I'm set up, I'll be set up. All right. Need a little clean and spray on the old table. Get out of the way, fly. That's the other thing I want to do is kill this fucking fly. It's been in my house for like 2 days. You know, now's the time to, in my kind of part of the world where we go a hard turn from summer into fall, the temperatures start dropping pretty low at night and the bugs come into your house. Like, I have a garage full of fucking moss right now and the flies are just driving me crazy. So, anyways, if you guys see it, let me know. Is cleaning spray a utensil? Oh, Sandometer, that's a good question. Wait. This is a utensil too? You're right. However, what you might not know about me is I'm really good. This is true. Even asked my ex-wife, like other people that live with me, girlfriends, you know, roommates like Trevor won't remember. I'm surprised he remembers my name. But a lot of people who have lived with me will tell you, my daughter will tell you, I'm really good at killing bugs with my bare hands like a fucking wizard, like a ninja, right? Just, right? Or catch them, you know? So I think the bugs see my gut and my, you know, Midwestern bad posture, short, gnomish countenance and underestimate me, and then I fucking get them! So, if we see the fly, that's what I'll do. Well, then you wash your hands after. That's not that gross. You kill the fucking fly. Now, I sprayed the cleaning spray. Maybe that's a utensil. Maybe paper towels are a utensil. But, I certainly can't lick up the cleaning spray. I mean, I was going to say you guys don't want to watch me die on stream, but I'm sure some people would say yes, so I didn't ask that. But I just feel like it would be unhealthy. I'll maybe send the wrong message like, hey kids, if you drink cleaning supplies, you'll get a lot of viewers. I think, you know, the only people that should be suggesting that you know, ingest cleaning supplies should be like, you know, politicians. So, all right. I think we have about 10 minutes left on the brownies. We'll see. So check it out. We're just going to bring you up here. You like my sound effects? Alright. We'll move the microphone. You guys like my microphone? It's like the only fancy thing about me. I have this nice ass Yeti microphone for the Ska podcast that I started trying to set up, and then the guy got sick. Not COVID, but possibly something related. And anyways, there's my dirty ass counter. And anyways, so we didn't do it yet, but we're getting there. So hold on, I gotta mute. Now I have to play games with kitchen utensils. That's funny. Okay. Yes, of course the Aquabats counts as a ska band. They're totally a ska band. What else would they be? I mean, they're like one of the prototype ska bands as far as 90s ska goes. They're wearing costumes. There's like 400 of them. They have a whole theme going on. And they play ska music. Yeah. Aquabats, I think when people are making fun of ska music and ska bands, the ones they're picturing are Aquabats and Real Big Fish, right? And my high school one, which you can find on iTunes. Yeah. But I'm not going to tell you the name. You have to do that research yourself. Okay, what the fuck is ska? It's a music. At least most people will say that. Okay, so do I look all right? I look all right. Okay, so we're going to shorten this. Put this over here. And we'll add in the old Fallout. Fallout. Oh, where's my water? Wait, am I still not allowed to drink water out of a cup? Or can I do that again? What's the verdict on that one, kids? Timmy, will you skank on stream for us? Absolutely not. Actually, when I was in a ska band and people would skank, I'd be like, don't do that. Because I was like, I don't know. I had it in my head that, like, if you're going to be a cool ska band... Oh, sorry about that. If you're going to be a cool ska band, you have to not skank. But it's like, later I realized, like, no, you can't be a cool ska band. Not a thing. I've got some frosting on what? On my face? Who gives a shit? Speaking of shit, here's my Fallout character, Janice Shit. And a couple weeks ago, we group funked her into existence, and we gave her these stats: good strength, fair perception, average endurance, great charisma, very bad intelligence, great agility, very good luck. So she's dumb, and her dialogue options show you that she's dumb. So here we go. All right, can't see the game, Timmy. That's right. Oh my God, I didn't add it on yet. Thank you guys for putting up with my fucking dadness. You know what I mean? I'm just so bad at this. Okay, I'm getting it now, though. Good God. I'm so glad you guys said something, because I honestly would have just kept going, and y'all would be very confused. Okay, yes, I know you can't see my face right. I'll just hold on. There we go. There's that. And we're going to do this a little bit like that, right? How about right here? There we go. Cool. Kids love the internet. They do. How's that look? Does that look okay? I'm a good dad, though? I am a good dad. Thank you, Ron John. Ron John, another huge supporter. Thank you so much. And again, I'm sorry if I haven't caught all the subscriptions and giftings you guys are doing. We'll go through that soon when I can. I'm just really bad at noticing it, especially when I'm cooking, right? Speaking of cooking, when I looked at the clock when I decided that using a timer would count as using utensils, which I'm not doing tonight, I think it was about 6:06, so I'm going to go check. I'm going to give myself a few more minutes here and go check the brownies. Okay. And I want you guys to know, you can trust me, okay? I mean, there's a lot here that you can't see, right? But when I say, if we hit the hype train, I'm not going to use utensils, I fucking mean it, all right? There's not a secret timer. You clearly saw I made the brownies with my hands, okay? And then licked them off, and we'll probably get flagged on that one. But anyways, so, I'm not fucking around here. I'm really going without it. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy and everyone. Did I used to wear fedoras? No. I know that maybe with the ponytail and the thing I look like one of those guys, but I'm absolutely not. I once had a very good friend of mine tell me drunkenly, "You're like an MRA, a men's rights activist, but for girls." And I was like, yeah. The fuck? So. And I don't even really know what that meant, but I'm okay with it. So. Oh, ska guys wore fedoras. No, they didn't. Ska guys wore pork pies, the littler brim with the up back thing. Thank you for not assuming that I look like one of those neck beards. I thought that's where you were going. But no. I did not wear that hat as a ska guy, and technically that's not what they were anyways. But I didn't do much of the ska uniform. I did checkered pants. I had some checkered sunglasses I would wear occasionally, but normally just look like a little skater kid, so. Basically snapped him out. I think that's what he meant. Do I own a bow tie? No, but my daughter wears a lot of bow ties. Trilbies? No, it's a pork pie hat. Trilby is the, I think, isn't that what the, what are those guys called? Incels or whatever? Isn't that what they wear? Let's not talk about them. I don't want to give those people any fucking, airspace, right? Headspace. So if you didn't notice, what just happened in Fallout is I tried to shoot this rat and then killed another rat off screen. That's how poorly I missed. That's how well I missed? I guess that's missing well. Okay. Can your animated character start skinny but get fat because you filled yourself up self-sucking? That's horrible. Yes. Okay, so now I gotta check the brownies. Now, we all like fun. We all like to have a good time. But here's the thing. I did say I'm not going to use utensils tonight, okay? But you gotta remember that this is not the only thing I do. In my life, I also have a job, I have a kid, I have a second job, I do stuff. So, in short, I need to be able to use my hands, okay? So, I'm going to have to use, this is what I named them on the last stream, hot gloves, all right? Got to use the hot gloves, right? Let's check these bad boys. Okay, I can tell already that they're too jiggly to be done. That's what she said, bro. All right. Let's break out another hot glove. Yeah, this is how poorly I'm doing this rule. Okay, so you can see they're pretty jiggly still, right? And then the other thing you do is you take a toothpick. If you don't know anything about baking, pretty much anything you bake is a good way to see if it's done. You take a toothpick, stick it into the very middle. If it comes out dirty with stuff on it, it's not done yet. Okay, so that's got some stuff on it still. And don't worry, I'll be using a new toothpick next time. So anyways, time to put them back in the oven for a little bit. So what do we got? It is 6:25. So at 6:30, about 5 minutes, we'll check it out. It's 6:30, 6:25 here. I don't know what it is where you are. I don't know where you are. I don't know who you are. Okay. Is the perverted oral part of the test? What is the test here? This is the, yeah. Oh, should I be filling in people? Thank you for some of the, save the fellatio for Saturday. Okay. Yeah, if you don't know what you're watching, that's okay, because I don't really know what I'm doing either. But this is Timmy. That's me. And I've been baking and having fun on the official Whitest Kids You Know Twitch, right? And we're doing this to create excitement, to have fun, and to help fund our animated movie that we're working on. So thank you to everybody helping us make that happen. There's people sending me things. Oh, that's this. Okay, this. Oh, and then somebody's going to, okay, cool. All right. And, oh, yes, thank you, Ranjana. And we're selling shirts. Look at that. Thank you, Ranjana. Very cool. Let's hear more about Ska. Thank you. And thanks, everybody, for supporting us and for everybody buying subscriptions and doing all that stuff. It all goes to the same place, making this goofy-ass movie that we're going to make. Dude, have you guys noticed how many times I've missed that rat? That's insane. How much ammo do I have? I got to be running out of ammo. They do have the It's Illegal shirt. At least it should be on there still. You got your shirt in the mail? Which shirt did you get? Who was on my shirt? Keith Urban. We discussed it earlier. And finally killed that rat. And let's kill this motherfucker too. There we go. Oh, he's not dead. That rat's not dead. I also shouldn't assume the pig rat's gender. Also, the pig rat is about to kill me. I was not paying attention there. Okay. Okay, good. I got it. Sanyometer. No, just know that we're making an animated movie. I think they've said what the name is, Mars, and that's about it. That's all you get to know right now. But things have been going well with getting the movie made, so we're getting to a point where hopefully by the end of the year we can have some sort of thing to show, or kind of show people what we've been up to, which would be fun, So, why were you at the guy who killed Kat's wedding? Man, it's like the same 10 questions every time, but that's okay. All right, so the we should put that in the FAQs, right? Anyways, so what happened there? If you don't know what this person's talking about, is there was this Netflix documentary. I actually haven't seen it, about this fucked up dude who started making. I don't know that I could be getting the story details wrong because I don't know it. Like I said, I haven't actually watched the thing. Anyway, so he started putting out internet videos of himself hurting cats and killing cats, and then eventually killed a human, I believe, right? And at some point in all of this, he was photoshopping himself into pictures. And he did that for different reasons. I guess he was photoshopping himself into a wedding photo to convince people he had married a beautiful woman or something. And so during the documentary, they showed these pictures, right? And so is that a bot that we have that like takes out people for repeating themselves? Anyways. So anyway, okay, Ash Tucker, yeah. So maybe you kind of know it. I'm almost at Check the Brownies Landy one handy. Don't worry about it. Got about a minute and a half left. Anyway, so, and again, I'm not using a timer. I'm just using toothpicks because no utensils tonight since we hit the hype train. Although I guess I gotta play Fallout with my utensils. Okay, hold on. The fly is on the microphone. Everybody, shut the fuck up. Oh, I missed it. Okay. It's the Pence fly. You know what? I really hate that the Pence fly is the thing because now everybody's like, oh, it's a Pence fly instead of like thinking about any of the important things that happen. Anyways, back to the cat story. So this guy was using these pictures and photoshopping himself in pictures to like support different lies about himself, essentially. And one of these was a picture he used from a wedding to convince people that he had married some lady, right? So they showed the picture with the guy's face photoshopped into it, right? And it's a wedding picture of Darren's wedding. He had photoshopped himself over Darren's face, and Zach and I are in it. And they cropped the photo, so you would have seen Trevor and Sam in there too, so we were all in the wedding party. But they cropped the photo. Those guys are fucking tall, so their heads got cut off, so you don't see them. But Zach and I are right there, and I was at like my fittest, hottest point that I've been in a long time, so I look real good in that photo, but it's too bad that I look so hot in a photo with horrible context. So, you know. Anyways, 6:30, time to check the brownies again. And yes, okay, maybe it's that goddamn fly. Maybe the toothpick's a utensil, but you know, I'm not going to stick my finger into hot batter, okay? You don't put your finger in crazy. I think these might be done. Let's see. I don't know how well you guys can see me right now. I didn't have everything in front of me here. Okay, so again, if you're not good at baking or don't know much about baking, there's a toothpick. Stick the toothpick in the middle. This is a clean one. This is not the one I licked the batter off of in a most disgusting fashion. Right in the middle. I'm gonna try the other end here. Really close to being done. Okay. So I'm glad we did this no utensil thing, but I'm a little worried I'm going to burn the brownies. But here we go. Back in there for just a scotch, right? Just a little bit. I'm also going to drink some water out of a cup. Sorry for the people who thought cups were utensils. Anyways. The OG K3V. Okay. First of all, the wedding was in 2010, but yes, that's fine. My fitness app, I think it's close to what I used. I used the Lose It app. When I lost a bunch of weight in 2018. I got really, really fat after my divorce and stuff in 2012. Then went through a breakup that depressed me, and I got put on more weight. So by 2018, I weighed a whole fuckload of weight, like 265. So I lost about 80 pounds of that. I've since put 20 or 30 of that back on, mostly pandemic weight. But, you know, I'm going to get around to it again. But, yeah, I don't like doing diets with a lot of fad shit going on, you know? I don't like the ones that are like, all you have to do to be happy and all you have to do to add 50 years to your life is be miserable for 30, you know? So, no, I don't want to skip cheese, you know? Anyway, so I just use apps. I use the app just to measure my, you know, calories every day. Calorie intake. Almost got that flying. And the shirt was taken down. That's too bad. Do I have a preference for working out? I didn't really work out ever. I would do yoga on Wii Fit, and I rode my bike a lot. So, all right. So just casually murdering rats. If you are interested in the story of what's happening here in the Fallout game, we're involved. You're searching for a. Oh God. We're searching for a water chip to help our vault fix their water, and. And this vault might have one. This vault's clearly been abandoned. Also, my character is super, super dumb, so I haven't been able to get any missions because I'm too dumb. The dialogue options are too limited for me to even get missions from people. So that's why I gave her good agility and stuff, because like something's going to have to keep her alive. Okay. Timmy, do you live in a high-rise? No, I live in a duplex. I'm on the bottom floor, and other people are on the top. So, yeah, we're going to give it a few more minutes. There's that fly. Come on, you bitch. All right. Okay. We're going to get that fly. Okay, I'm going to go back to another screen here and see. I want to test some things out here. Okay, so when I get up, you can see me. You can see me over here. You can see me when I get up and try and kill the fly. Okay, cool. So, been watching Travathon all day. Any plans to get back on the lie detector? No, fuck that lie detector, man. I never thought how inaccurate those things are. Because I know we can all make jokes about how those were all the truth, but no, they weren't really. And, like, it's so weird that lie detectors pick up on all that stuff and just say you're lying, you know? Rongina, that's a great idea for a shirt. Bring your hands upward and clap the fly will. You don't need to tell me how to kill flies. I'm good at killing flies. I know that you have your fingers spread apart so they can't feel the air as much. But no, I appreciate your advice. I look like a sexy, mean biker, man. Yeah, okay, thank you. All right. The lie detector guy was fucking with you on purpose. Do you think he was? They probably were. He was secretly a comedian. Any tips on being a dad? You know what's weird? The other day I was thinking about just like the precepts, my philosophical concepts of parenting. I'm going to take off the hairnet. It was weird because I was like, man, I wonder if sometime on the stream I'll end up talking about parenting advice. It's so weird that someone just asked me that. I never get to use my master's degree in fly murder. So I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I'm a single dad. She spends time between my house and her house, or her mom's house, her own house. Now she's at her mom's house tonight, which is why I'm doing this and yelling and swearing and baking things. You know, when it comes to parenting, yes, I'm a Witcher 3 fan. Fucking loved that game so much. Anyways, when it comes to parenting, I have a couple big kind of main ideas. Agency would be one. Making sure the kid understands that they're in control of themselves and they are, you know, responsible for their decisions, but which sounds like a bummer when you talk about responsibility. Ugh. But also it's a good thing, right? Like you try and like make the kid understand that they're in control of their own destiny, that they get to make decisions. And the thing is, as a little kid doesn't get to make very many decisions. I mean, you know, kids don't get to choose their bedtime or their school or what's for dinner. In my daughter's case, she doesn't even get to choose if her parents are together or not, or if someone's sleeping if she's sleeping at whose house, you know? So a lot of things they don't have control over. So I try and give them agency, meaning control over what they can. And so one thing I do with my daughters for years already, I've let my daughter choose her clothes. Like, I almost never, ever have any say in what she wears. And that's why she wears bow ties and flannels and crazy mismatched prints sometimes, but she looks fucking radical. So she looks like an 80s British metal star, you know? They would wear, like, leopard leggings and, like, a wool sweater, and then they're fucking in Led Zeppelin. Or not Led Zeppelin, what's the other one? Def Leppard, you know? It rules. Anyways. So, yeah. Well, Fresh Vince of Blair, yeah, I don't know if you're saying I don't let her have fun, but whatever. But basically, no, she has a great time because I'm letting her make choices and stuff. But here's where that comes into play in a more important way. Besides just letting them have little control over their lives when they feel like they don't. So when you talk about agency, I talk about emotional agency, right? Anyone flipping in right now is going to be like, what the fuck is this? It says it's cooking, but there's a guy standing in a room in Fallout and talking about parenting. Anyways, I'm going to change it to Fallout. I got to check the brownies! Okay, so, did you guys know I have ADHD? I really do. Anyway, so, here's this. Here's the brownies. And I'll update the stream, because we're gonna have to wait for, I'm going to update the description, so we're going to have to wait for these brownies to cool. Okay, I think I'm calling these motherfuckers done. Let's see here. No, I'm going to do one more minute. Yeah. Yeah, do one more minute. Okay. But I'll go turn the oven off. Okay. Alright, so there's 2 flies, you guys! Fuck! Wait, there's one right there. Okay, this one I'm going to get. I'm pretty sure I hit it. Anyways. They're breeding, yeah. The flies are breeding. And I think the flies are breeding surprises me, and the fact that, I'm talking about parenting right now, and I think that probably surprises other people. Like, Timmy has made children? Oh my God, just one. But anyway, so talk about teaching a kid that they can have control over some things, because they just, they don't get control over stuff. And I think there's a lot of tiny language things our society has made normal and acceptable that actually teach kids the wrong things subconsciously. And I learned some of this at like a seminar once, but so the best example and the thing that we actually learned is like the thing we were kind of learning about is when a kid hurts themselves, right? And what you can respond in the chat. What is when a kid hurts themselves? What does a parent almost always say to a kid when they hurt themselves? I want to see what everybody says. No, they don't say "fuck you, kid." You can tell the people who are parents and not. Okay, so it's gonna be okay. That's actually the right answer. Walk it off. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. It's fine. You're okay. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so your kid, you fucking scrape your knee or cut your hand or whatever, and it hurts, right? You don't know what's going on. That might be the first time you've had that kind of injury before, right? Because if you're young and you cut yourself, that might be the first time you've ever cut yourself. Anyways, so it hurts, right? And then you have the parent, the person you trust most in the world, telling you you're okay when your brain's telling you you're not okay. This hurts. It's like this fucking hurts. You're not okay. But then the parent's like, you're okay. So really, I mean, it's emotionally confusing. And basically, the subconscious message you're teaching is like, your feelings are wrong. And also, when you really think about it, that's a lie. Because if the kid's body and mind are telling them they're not okay, then they're not okay, right? So don't tell them that, because let them deal with this themselves, right? So what I say when my daughter's hurt is, oh, what'd you do? Oh, you jumped off the couch and scraped your face on the carpet? Oh, that sucks. Does it hurt? Yeah, it hurts. Okay, well, is it going to be okay later? Yeah, it's going to be okay later. And then she fucking has her moment, and then she's fine with it. And it never becomes an issue, And then if we need to, we go get the Neosporin, a Band-Aid, whatever, That's all it is. And I talked about that once on Facebook, and, some fucking idiot, some dumbass prick, decided to say, oh, by the way, my brownies were in for way more than one more minute. Some dude said that I was teaching my kid to be a pussy or something because of it. And I just didn't understand that. He was like, I want my kid to feel the pain and deal with it. I'm like, I'm not teaching my kid not to deal with pain. I'm teaching them that they get to do it at their own pace and that their emotions are valid. Like, you get to decide if it hurts or not. You get to decide, if you're going to cry about this or not. I'm not going to tell you you're okay or not okay, I'm going to help you learn that you can deal with it, right? That's kind of my job as a parent, is your emotions are valid and, just help you be able to deal with them. And my main lesson for that is just going to be take tons of pills. But really, no. Long story short, the main thing I have with parenting is teaching them to own up to themselves and their emotions. Because people are like, kids should have fun. Yeah, kids should have fun. But you know what? The world is filled with assholes, including people that say that. And let's not give, the world any more assholes. Let's maybe take a different approach. So yeah, I think teaching kids how to own up to their emotions and not only in a good way for themselves to feel happier and, more accepted, but also to learn to take responsibility for that stuff, So basically the idea is I can't make you mad, right? That's what my daughter and I talk about this all the time. If I do something and you're upset, it's your choice to be mad. But normally it's an understandable choice because I'm fucking annoying, right? So if she's upset at me, yes, it was her choice, but I'm sure it's justified. Anyways, in my experience, the biggest assholes are pussies, yeah. Have you ever shown your daughter any of your skits? Of course people ask that, and yeah, yes. In fact, I think her mom showed her some first. But anyways, there's a few, especially season 1, there's a few Whitest Kids sketches that are totally fine for kids, if you think about it. I think I talked about this the other night, but Space Potatoes is one. My daughter loves that one. And then the one where I'm like a robber and Darren's my lawyer. She's seen that one. That one's only about 10 seconds long. And, there's like, I don't know, 5 other ones that are fine for kids. Nothing in season 2, probably nothing in season 4 or 5. But season 3 and season 1 are both, in my mind, a little more wholesome. So, Okay, these brownies are done. I don't want to overdo it either. So I am still going to use some amount of utensils here. Sorry. I'm baking brownies. Why did I just say that out loud? You already knew that if you're watching this. Anyway, so here's the brownies. Oh yeah, so that's done zucchini brownies. So here, I'll even show you up close with one more toothpick. I think I just put a toothpick back in there. That'd be fucked up right now. Okay, so, wait. Sam's Muscles. Yeah, Sam's Muscles could be a probably kid-friendly one. Okay, so here we go. Here's the brownies. Hell yeah, fudgy. Okay, so what you do is you take a toothpick and you poke right a little right here. See? Came out clean. That means they're done. So we're going to let these cool down and then put the frosting on them. I should move them out of the way so I'm not putting my hands hovering over a hot piece of glass as I'm playing Fallout 1. But so yeah, we'll let them cool down for a little bit, then we'll put some frosting on and they'll be real delicious. That shit looks terrible. Well, you know what? You can always go fuck yourself. So the thing is I probably put in too much cocoa powder because I wasn't using utensils at that point, right? And also the zucchini, I don't know, they just tend to look darker. I don't know why. And but the zucchini makes it moist. They're gonna be good, man. Timmy shits in glass. Put some frosting on you and you'll look delicious. Okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Did I add dust? I'm not sure what that means either. Okay, so frosted brownies are just thick cake. Yeah, all right. Make some mashed potatoes. I have a great mashed potato recipe. It's almost not even a recipe. It's easy. You quarter potatoes. You can peel them or not. If they're red potatoes, don't peel them. If they're russets, peel them. Cut them up into chunks. Cut up 3 or 4 pieces of garlic. Boil it all till it's soft, right? And then drain it. Throw in a bunch of milk and a bunch of butter. Lots of butter. And just mash it. Those are good. Do I have a favorite band? Yes, I have 2 favorite bands because it's hard for me to choose. Maybe 3. I really, really like Devo a lot. They have more than one song, and they're great. MU330, who was a ska band from Missouri, and they're great too. And then I really like Rush. Sorry. I feel like, I don't believe in guilty pleasures for music, but I feel like Rush is one lately where people like really make fun of guys who like Rush, but I don't know, I just think they fucking rule. What's my altitude? That's a good question. I don't think we're very high above sea level. Let me look. Watertown, SD, altitude. 1732. So I guess, 1732 above sea level. So, yeah, we're a little bit above the old sea level. I think that's acceptable, right? Okay, people are telling, in our email chain, people are telling Sam that he spelled official wrong. So I'll go in there later and see if it's a fight or not. Oh, geez, sorry. Oh, my God, you can hear. Oh, God. Okay, cool. Hey, right now I'm at 444 for viewers. That's fun. Thanks, everybody. I haven't said thank you in a long time. Sorry. Thank you to everybody for hanging out tonight. And I'm playing Fallout 1 right now, but the main point tonight is making brownies. So I'm letting the brownies cool. Then I'm going to put frosting on there. And due to all the nice subscribers and everybody else, we are, I did a lot of it with no utensils, which means I mixed up the brownie batter with my hands. I'm going to have to frost them without, I didn't even realize that. I'm going to have to frost these things with my hands. Yuck. Yeah, that'll be great, though, because then I can lick them off. Hey, Spike, thanks for hanging out. Zucchini brownies? Hell yeah. Saturday Jorts. That's a good name. All right. All right, let's get back to the game for a little bit because, dude, I've been playing this for like 15 minutes and have traveled about 3 feet. So yeah, let's just use punchings. Yeah, punchings on the rat punchings. Oh, all right. Yes. You know what's funny about me doing these baking streams is that And I was talking about earlier too. I think it's kind of for a more wholesome lifestyle if you're trying to be healthy, lose weight, all that kind of stuff. It's good to cook for yourself and bake at home. And like, so here I am doing a stream, trying to do it once a week now, where I'm going to be baking and stuff. But by the time I get done, it's kind of late. So what I do for dinner? Order pizza. Whatever. Would you mind explaining who owns the Whitest Kids You Know YouTube channel? No, that wasn't us. I'm not sure I know who that is. Yeah, I don't know. Someone's saying that I met you at a comedy show in Jefferson City, Missouri. Was that the one at like a community center kind of place? It was me and Tom Garland and Lisa Pockets, right? They're like Tom's from Iowa, but they were like local Midwestern people opening for me. It was so much fun. Some Russian guy. What? Am I really deep throat? No, but I can. Probably. I've never tried. I'm gonna deep throat myself. So much peanut butter frosting on the zucchini brownies that offsets the health benefits of zucchini. Abso-fucking-lutely. That is definitely what we're going to do. Because why not? Anyway, so yeah, Jefferson City, Missouri. So the fun thing about that show is... Was that the show? Yeah, that was the show, wasn't it? I'm going to Google and see, because there's a weird historical event that lines up with that show. I'm going to see if it was the right one, if I'm thinking of. Okay, so that was... Okay, that was in 2015. So in 2015. Okay, so in 2015, I had Whitest Kids. Like said, Zach was doing something, so he couldn't make it. But it was me, Sam, Trevor, and Darren, and we did a college show in, I think outside of Columbia, Missouri. Okay, and this is tying into Jefferson City, I swear. And okay, so if you don't know, I live in Watertown, South Dakota now, and I'm broke, and I have a regular job as an insurance agent. Right? Now, at the same time, Obama was still president, and he had not visited South Dakota yet. So he came to South Dakota to speak at a ceremony honoring the technical school we have here. We have a 2-year school that Lake area, which like is always winning awards. It was named the top one in the country a couple years ago. It's always in the top 10. And so Obama came here to speak at the thing, and so it's funny. Like, I also had to get back to work the next day. So what I did is I drove all day long down to Columbia, Missouri, or wherever it was, somewhere like that. Somewhere in Missouri, I forget. It's right in the middle. And we do the show, and I give Sam and Trevor a ride to the bar, and then I drive back overnight back to Watertown, South Dakota. I get home at like 8 in the morning, sleep till noon, go to work, and then get out of work, and Obama has landed in Watertown, and I forgot that he was going to be there, so all the streets were closed off. I live very close to the school where he was speaking at, like 6-7 blocks away, and so like, you know, my streets were closed off. I took my daughter to the playground, and you could see like dudes standing on the corner of like the high school building, probably with guns or something, you know, who knows, you know. It was really weird time. And then almost exactly a year later, I get booked to play the show in Jefferson City, Missouri that this guy brought up here. And that was a great show too. I did the same thing. Drove there, did the show, drove back, went to work the next day. Fucking bananas, right? Who does that? I've done that same thing a few times. Okay, it probably was Columbia then, Snothouse, thanks. Yeah, a lot of fun. I did that Des Moines too. I was going to stay overnight in Des Moines after this festival show. Shout out to Dan and the Beast Village Comedy Festival. But then the person whose house I was crashing at, everyone else there was like having a Coke party in the basement. And I'm like 37 at this point. And I can't party, right? I'm trying to sleep. And so they're partying too hard. And you know what? No shame on them for partying. I get it. It's fun, right? But I'm just not there anymore. I'm too old, right? So I was like, fuck it, man. If I'm not going to sleep here, I'm just going to go. And so I just got my car and left Iowa at 3 in the morning. Fell asleep at a truck stop for a couple hours. And then sucked a bunch of trucker dicks. And then went back to South Dakota and went to work the next day. Crazy, man. And I can't even do that anymore, though. You know, that's just like... too much trucker dick. Not enough sleep. You got to balance your life, especially when you get older. You got to balance trucker dick and like your normal life, you know? Real Big Fish or Streetlight Manifesto? How about neither? Johnny Sacco was really good. Never too old for trucker dicks. Yeah, I guess that is kind of like being baked beans in real life. But It is funny. I love the baked bean sketch. It is so funny to me how people just can't get over it, which it's great. I mean, I love it. I'm so glad that people like it, but it's funny to me that it's just like it's just always there. You're always on my mind. Baked beans on your mind. All right. Absolutely love the D&D. Thank you. What was my major in college? I majored in English for a year at Viterbo University in La Crosse, Wisconsin. And then when I met the boys and whitest kids, I was studying screenwriting at Brooklyn College. Which, Brooklyn College, it was a good school. I liked it. You know, I dropped out to play Vice City. That was not a story we made up on the stream a few months ago. It was real. And so I dropped out of college to play Vice City. And I'm checking the brownies. Oh, it's still too hot. But it was a good college. They actually use it. It subs in as Harvard in a lot of like movies and stuff because it's a very beautiful campus and old kind of red brick buildings and stuff and a nice green middle part of the campus. So I guess they use it for Harvard. We've all been there. Have we all been there? I don't know what we're talking about. Did you come up with a safe word? No, and I don't think we're supposed to talk about the safe word. I think we're going to have to change the safe word because it got out in public anyways. Does anybody at my job recognize from Whitest Kids? Yes, I have I'm an insurance agent at a small family-owned agency, not my family. I'm the only non-relative involved. And they had a death in the family this week, so like I was working this tiny office by myself, and it was not a walk in the park. There's a lot of customers, a lot of things happen. When an old lady decides to cruise through a stop sign, hits somebody else, that person pulls their car over to call the police about the accident. The old lady thinks, okay, so we're just leaving, and leaves the scene of the accident. Then has to call a claim. Well, shit, I have to deal with that. So, anyways, Timmy, you seem like a decent human being, and Trevor seems sociopathic. How'd you share an apartment? I don't know. It sounds like a good sitcom to me. Okay, so let's get back into Fallout a little bit. I really do love this game. It's just I also love attention more. I'm such a little whore man, right? But what did I say on the t-shirt commercial a couple weeks ago? You can't make an omelet without whoring it up, right? So there you go. But I'm almost done killing all the rats here. And then I think I have to go down another level, don't I? Yeah, there's one more level here. Okay. Whoa, I've never seen... Is that a map I brought up? Okay, cool. So, Timmy, will you make a mold of your dick and suck that at 100k subs? If I can't get my real one in my mouth, that's a really great substitution. We were also talking about last week on this stream, talking about putting a vegetable in my asshole. That would work too. I like that's a good idea, Wrong Star. Is it Wrong Star or Ron G Star? Anyways, person. I think I like that idea, getting a mold made of my dick. So if I made a mold of my dick and just like, let's say I made an ice cube mold of my dick and ate the dick ice cube, could I do that on Twitch or would they yell at me for that? When kids are teething, how do you get them to suck on things that are appropriate? Oh my god, that sounds like a fucking loaded question. But I don't know, I just kept a couple teething rings in the freezer. Anyways, there might not be a lot of us. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I don't do the dance monkey stuff, so I'm not going to say lines and voices or do any of that. Don't do that. Anyways, okay. I'm making you a custom Paratarian. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at ever getting back to you about that. DM me on Twitter. Timmy's a nerd. I will respond to you. I can't. I'm so bad at thinking like stuff like that on the last minute. On the spot. All right. I dropped out of college, drugs, alcohol, and Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Rules. My daughter loves it. She has the new one, whatever the Switch one is, and yeah, I don't feel like I get it, but I like it. If balls to butthole is 4 inches, what's the distance between your nipples? I don't know. This? What's that? I still have that ruler that I used to measure my asshole. I washed it with hot soap and water. Well, I didn't measure my asshole. What did I measure? The distance from my to the back of my balls to my butthole? Okay. Do you guys think you'll do the streams after you make the movie? I want to. It's also, I have a lot going on in my life, so sometimes it's like some days, like today, I'll tell you, busy fucking day. I feel like my COVID symptoms have elastic snapped back a little bit, and so I kind of felt run down, so I was like, it's fun. I'm so glad you guys are all here. Thank you to everybody subscribing and helping us out and just helping the fun continue. And it's fun to do something weird and not just play some new video game on stream. It's fun to play an old video game, which I'm only doing while I'm waiting for the brownies to cool down enough to freeze, to frost them, you know? So, anyways, I think we're getting there. Man, these motherfuckers look good though, right? Oh yeah. You think Zach's going full-time streaming? I mean, he's been, you know what? I know that to full-time stream, it's literally like a full-time job, 8 hours a day. And Zach's been doing a couple, but I mean, he does it every fucking day, right? Like 7 days a week, right? And he's definitely got, I mean, he's good at it, right? He's good at the games he plays. He has fun. He interacts with you guys. Sometimes he'll call me and try and, like, you know, get my goose. And it's always fun when he calls, like, and I'm at work or something, and I'm like, I'm at work, you know. But I came for the brownies, and now I'm not disappointed. Dude, these brownies are going to be good, too. I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I need to make a promise to myself, and you guys help me keep that promise. I do need to eat dinner before, like, not just brownies. Even if I eat shitty, unhealthy food like pizza tonight. I have no idea if Sam hates the Grapist or not. I think D&D is my favorite. Thank you. The D&D thing is a lot of fun. And it does make me want to have a normal D&D session. I think even the whitest kids, you know, if we're not doing it on camera, I think it's possible we would have a normal D&D session. But I feel like even if we played it off camera, like Trevor would still be Trevor, right? Like there's no way to turn off the Buckerson gene. He would just always be like that. But yeah, I would like to get involved in a real one. Not real one, obviously this one's real, but I've never DM'd before, so I think it'd be fun to DM a real thing. My friend Jimmy, shout out to Jimmy, he, the last time I was involved in a real session, he was the DM, and man, he fucking drew maps, and he had, like, he gave emblems and emblems and, like, symbols and stuff for the armies that were involved in the plot, and there was, like, a whole kind of political intrigue kind of thing going on, and it was cool, man, it's fun. So, anyways. Why is there a ghost behind you? Why is it moving? Okay, so that is a piece of art that my daughter made last year in school. And, you know, when you say ghost, you're not far off, but I believe it's supposed to be like a jellyfish. See, it's got a cute little kid art face there. Can you see that? I know the lighting's kind of bad here. There you go. Okay, there's a little face there. Okay, and that's got all these streamers hanging off it, right? So I hang it back here just because I thought it was a good place to hang it. Well, when I first hung it up, I forgot that the register for my air conditioning and heat is back there, right? So then it fucking moves around whenever the AC is on. And when I'm alone at night playing games or like reading a book on the couch right over here, right behind the camera, it scares the shit out of me. So there you go. I'm skinny fat in the coolest way. Thank you. I want to get just regular skinny again, but I am kind of enjoying this body. It's strange, you know. Nate is calling you out as a DM. What, Nate, like Sam's brother? He's on here, what? Oh, there he is. Why do none of the players have to take a long rest to recharge their spells? We'll get there, Nate. Fucking get off my ass. Okay, so we're lucky that I'm even still putting rules and dice in there. I mean, are you kidding me? It's insane. Okay, someone said something about BioWare. Reading book like how you sometimes blow through lunch. No, I meant reading a book, like reading a book, because the hot dog character is actually a character in a fictional sketch. So, anyways, thank you, beef members, appreciate it. Okay, let's play Fallout for a little bit more, and then hopefully I can frost these fucking brownies soon. Who's texting me? All right. Okay. All right. So, do we still have? No, everybody's gone now. Are people still texting me? What's happening now? Sorry, that's a text about parenting stuff. I need to do that. Oh, cool. Good picture. Okay. Anyways, I need to tie another rope over here to go down to the next level. Don't I? Yeah, that's what I gotta do. All right. Okay, I need to bring back up chat on my phone. Okay, Timmy is a guardian against chaos. Alright, cool. Timmy zooks his pants. Yeah, it is good, man. Sonar Jose, are you the one that put it on Twitter? Are you the one that suggested it the other day? Because you were fucking right on with that. Loved it. Rolling for diarrhea. That was fun, right? Who frosts a brownie? Who doesn't? What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I got to bring Twitch back up on my phone. Let's see. Okay. Do any of the guys still call you Fudge Gangster? No, no one ever really did that. How many hours have you put into Fallout? Well, this game, not very many, but I mean, I played Fallout 1 many, many times over, Fallout 2 many times over, Fallout 3 and New Vegas many times over, and Fallout 4 a little bit. Like, sorry, I didn't want Minecraft. Hey, oops, you spilled all that Minecraft in my Fallout. Frosted Brownies must be... Frosted Brownies is so gross. Well, the good news for you is that there's, go watch some, weird Scandinavian racist play Fortnites. Okay. Yeah, Fallout 4 wasn't really great. Minecraft Timmy could be fun. My favorite would be Fallout 2. Yeah, New Vegas is really good, too, though. All right, let's... I really need to find more rope, man. All right. How do I get back into my chat? I'm so bad at this. I'm sorry, you guys. I probably should stop apologizing. That just draws attention to it. I'm totally trying to make these later. Thank you. Yeah, or I don't know why I'm thanking you. It's not like they're my recipe. I got them off the internet. But yeah, you should. They're good and they're easy too. Would you ever? That Scandinavian racist is jacked. Yeah, look, I'm not jacked. So if you want to see jacked dudes, I mean, I don't have what you're looking for. A few years back, 6-7 years ago, I worked in a carpet warehouse for a little while for my uncle, and I don't know if you know much about carpet, you guys, but carpet rolls are fucking very, very heavy. Even the small pieces. Carpet is heavy. So, I actually started developing muscles, but I was still fat, so it's like I had pretty good arms, but was still fat. The other thing about carpet is it's heavy, and the carpet backing is very rough. If you've never dealt with it, it's similar to the backs of rugs, but just rough, and there's little chunks of hard glue and stuff on it, and it just sucks. So basically you're carrying stuff that's just scraping your skin off and getting you blisters. It sucks. But I learned how to drive a forklift, right? So there's something you probably didn't know about me. I'm not certified, but I've probably forgotten it by now because it's been a while. But at one point I was not certified, but could definitely drive a forklift. And I was trying to record a stand-up album at that time, and the stand-up album ended up not being good. I just didn't like the performance, plus the audio wasn't the best. But anyways, the cover was going to be dope. It was going to be me standing on a pallet being lifted by a forklift, and the album was going to be called Timmy Williams Work. Oh, I finally got some armor. Hell yeah. All right. It's time for Janice shit to stop looking like a vault resident and start looking like a badass dumb person, because most dumb people look badass, right? So here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. And then what else do we need? Rope. That's right. Okay. Use this over here. Okay. Oh, well, there's people defending PewDiePie. Dude, I didn't mean to make it a serious conversation. I don't really care. I just like being a fucking sass. Okay? So don't worry about defending anybody. Unless you need to defend me against other people. Always defend me. You love to hear some of my stand-up? Well, I'm not going to do it on frame because you would hate that. Frame? I was reading the word frame somewhere on my OBS readout. Sorry. Frame? What was that? Okay. No, I'm not going to do stand-up on stream. And I don't really... there's not really any good videos of me either. There's one of me tanking at a Christmas party. And that really pissed me off because, I mean, everybody fails sometimes. I'm fine with fucking bombing sometimes. But you know what? That show in particular... The 30 people that were paying attention enjoyed themselves. The reason it seemed like a bad show is because there were fucking 200 drunk executives wasted and talking loudly and, clearly just there for the raffle to see if they could, win a new TV to take them home and make them forget what the bad turns they've taken in their lives, But in general, I have fun doing shows, and I just never appreciate it when people try to make it look like I, didn't. Anyways. But yeah, one of these days, I actually wanted to take this year off of stand-up. So in February, I'm like, I'm taking the year off of stand-up. And then the pandemic happened, and everybody had to take the year off of stand-up. So it's kind of funny that way. All right. Okay. Are there nuts in the brownies? Yes, there are walnuts in the brownies. Do I ever do drugs? Not anymore. Because I have custody of a kid, and there was several times in my life where it was contentious. So I didn't want that to, become a problem, and it's not contentious anymore. But now I just think it generally would be a bad idea. Plus, it's very illegal in the state. I live in South Dakota, which has literally the worst drug laws in the country. We still have what you call now I forget what you call it. Consumption equals possession or something like that. Ingestion equals possession, which means let's say you're at a party and you do a bump of coke, and then you get pulled over for some reason and have to do a drug test. Oh, now you're Scarface. Oops. So fuck that. Anyways, but yeah, but I'm also just not in the mode of like, I'm not the kind of person that does it anymore. I mean, I'll drink a little bit here and there, but I just don't have the kind of lifestyle anymore, which I think it's fine. I think we put so much pressure. There's so much societal pressure out there to either be a party animal or to be sober. And it's like, what if you're just a dude, So, I'm just a dude. Aren't you on a bunch of medication? Well, I wouldn't say a bunch. But yeah, I take stuff for anxiety and for ADHD. But no, not even like the major medications for that, right? Like I'm not like fucking doped up to my eyeballs or anything. But I definitely, realized later in my life that I'm like, man, I've had a problem for a long time, and I definitely just could tell that I had a lot of shit going on in my head for a long time that I just would always push back and ignore and whatever. And then I finally decided to do something about it and get on some medication. And I picked the week that I finally got diagnosed with all that stuff. A good friend of my family killed himself, and another friend of mine got sent to prison. So for those stupid drug laws, by the way. So it was quite the time. But anyways, I guess it was a good time to figure that out, right? So when did I last smoke the pot? I don't know. It's been years. Hey, what's up, Comfy Dog? How you doing? I'm sorry if it seems like I'm being a jerk. You're such a beast and I love you. You know what? I'm not even quite sure what you said, so it's fine, dude. Is meth a big problem in South Dakota? Yes. And people were making fun of us a couple months ago, you might remember, or maybe last year. Yeah, it was last year, for our anti-meth ad that said meth were on it. That was us. And now it's more like ignoring COVID, we're on it, even though it's not going so hot for us right now. We're like one of the biggest hotspots in the country again for like the 4th time in the pandemic or something, so. I finally killed that big rat. That's an accomplishment. That's what you watch this stream for. Video game accomplishments. Okay, speaking of accomplishments, I think it's time to pause the old game. Yeah, I think we can do this without melt. Because the thing is, you want to cool the brownies down enough to not melt that frosting. Okay, we're going to get 2 more minutes on Fallout. And then we're going to go back to full camera and frost the brownies, and then I'll probably wrap it up for the night. How about tried Wendy's new $5 biggie bag? No. Your show inspired me to cook bread. That's so cool. It is fun to cook. Oh, look, explosives. It's fun to get into cooking. It's fun to realize the first couple times you make something, you're like, hey, maybe this isn't that hard. Because a lot of recipes aren't that hard if you just follow the directions. Use a recipe. If you're new to cooking and want to try it, use the recipe. But a lot of the recipes are not super difficult, and it's fun. It's fun when you realize, like, hey, I can make stuff. I don't have to eat at Arby's every day. Well, you don't have to eat at Arby's at all, but they have mozzarella sticks. I should make Pip the end boss to fuck with Trevor. You know what? I do have a lot of fun story ideas like that for D&D, but it is hard to always make it happen when the players are, I wouldn't say actively, when the players are actively trying to make the story not happen. No, I do, I definitely have some ideas for Pip, right? I definitely wanted to, because I didn't create Pip, Trevor created. Well, Pip was in the adventure module we're using, but Trevor kind of brought Pip into the story the way that he is now. And so that was never my decision, but I definitely kind of want to, change Pit's dynamic with the group. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Did you go to the Sturgis bike rally and see Smash Mouth perform? No! For several reasons, most of which are in that sentence. I did end up getting COVID, though. And then, of course, the joke was that one of my coworkers went to Sturgis, so we're like, oh, she gave me COVID. But no, it turns out I did probably get it from their family. Because like I said earlier, my workplace is me and then just a few other people, but they're all related. They're sisters, and their dad started the company. Anyways, but so he got it and probably passed around to them at a funeral, and then he actually died from it, and all of us got it, and it's been very crazy. So anyways, but yeah, sad story short, did not get it from Sturgis as far as I know. That moment when Pip rolled a 1 was so intense. I know it was a little cyclical, and yeah, I wasn't sure how hard to go with that. So I don't think I end up, in retrospect, I haven't watched that episode yet, but I don't feel like I went hard enough. I feel like I should have killed him, or at least had him be really, really hurt, you know? I'm an insurance agent, Dom Tom. But so, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could have gone harder and, like, had Pip get his ass kicked or something. No, not really, Corduroy Con. There wasn't. I saw you in Bloomington, Indiana back in 2016. My friends, I couldn't believe how tall everyone was and how short you were. Wait, was I at that show? I don't think I was at that comedy club show in 2016. I've never done the comedy attic with those people when Trevor and Darren and Sam would do those shows, so you might have seen me somewhere else. I mean, if you are commenting on how short I am, you've probably seen me. But I wasn't at that gig. Next time, paralyze Pip with a 1. Well, right now, the way we left the story is Pip is knocked out in the back of a cart, so he could still be paralyzed. Maybe we should just do that. So short you weren't even there. Let me pay more attention to the stream again. And I'm sorry, I'm not good at looking at who's subscribed, so anyone who's been doing subscriptions and giftings and stuff, thank you so much. All right, let's frost these fuckers, right? Okay, so we're going to take off the game. Going to be done with Fallout for tonight. And I'll do another dedicated Fallout stream sometime, because I know it's like, if you really want to watch me do Fallout, I mean, I'm barely playing it. I'm kind of yapping and having fun and whatever. But I did get a leather jacket. I killed several rats. And I did move into another floor. So, you know, that's exciting. All right, so let's turn off the window. Yes, okay. And then let's get this motherfucker up. Hey, there he is. Okay. Cool. Like that? That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, Peppermint Pissy, Darren. Darren is doing a fantastic job with Peppermint Pissy. I almost felt bad at first because he didn't really get to choose the race of his character or what his character really was much, because he, wasn't in the first one. And so then Trevor decided to have this crazy ass subplot with that orc Greg trying to like murder this lady in his hotel room. And so I decided that would be Darren's character. And so that's what happened there. But so Darren has done a great job making Peppermint super fucking weird and giving her personality. And I think I've said this before, but one of my favorite moments, there's been some good ones, is when they're doing the comedy show that turns into like a big fight, of course. And Darren's character, Peppermint, is like putting a fire hose in the... putting a fire hose like through the window and spraying everybody. It's like, what a fucking crazy thing to do. I thought that was so funny. He just nailed it. And yeah, this last episode, if you haven't seen it, Peppermint gets very depressed, and it's so funny. Yeah, Darren's really good at it. I feel like he gets down on himself for not knowing the rules, but it's like that's the secondary thing. And he wasn't in the first round when I explained the rules more. So, he's great because he gets really creative. I mean, whoever thought I would have to be rolling dice to determine the success of a titty fuck, So, anyway, so I keep doing this to show you guys the brownies. And so they're pretty cool on top. I think I can get away with frosting them without melting the frostings. You don't want to do that. So I had made the chocolate frosting that goes with the recipe. See, it's even in the recipe. Whoever said you don't frost brownies, it's even in the recipe, so go away. Don't go away. I'm just being a dick, but come on. And then I also made this recipe that I shared on Twitter in the same thread as this recipe. Fluffy peanut butter frosting, which is extremely not good for you. It's great. It's delicious. Okay. Oh, yeah, I can't use utensils. That's right. Yeah, why weren't we streaming for the past 15 years? Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands again before I frost these. But if you don't know why I'm doing that, when we hit the hype train level 5 tonight, my stunt, once we hit level 5, was not to use utensils. So now I got to frost it with my hands. So I'm going to be right back. You know what else I gotta do? I gotta change the screen to the scream. I'm gonna change the stream description back. All right. There we go. You know what? Someone just said Darren's good at making decisions that his character would do and that Darren would not do. I agree. I think that's a really cool way to say it, and I think that's very fun. We're at 420 viewers. You're going to miss the frosting because you're going through a tunnel that sucks. Okay, so I got to do this with my hands, though. Here we go. Hand frosted with love. All right. Do a couple globs with the chocolate. Oh, my God. This isn't going to work. You know what? I need to flour my... No, I don't want to flour my hands. What should I do? I think this is kind of working. We'll just keep trying. Oddly sexy, right? That's kind of my whole shtick. When I think about the number of times I've actually gotten to have sex, and every single time has been with someone out of my league, and it's always like at my fattest or ugliest or whatever, and it's always just like, how is this happening? So I think oddly sexy is a good, maybe that's what I have and I don't know it. Gloves have been an option this whole time. You know what? Whoever said that, I didn't catch your name. Yes. Gloves were an option this whole time. And I do sometimes have plastic gloves around, but I didn't have any. And I had this idea last minute as far as what to do for a hype train stunt, So I was like, shit. I'll just do it. Okay, so, you know what? This is not too bad so far. So here's the half with the chocolate frosting. Can you tell the difference? See? And that's not too bad, right? It looks all right. I'll probably, don't act like you've never, what? If your finger's never been that brown before? That's funny. Definitely not afraid of buttholes. Can I say that? I don't know. Okay. All right, now we're going to switch over to peanut butter. Oh, wait. I can just, look at that. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Butthole phobia? Timmy, spread her hands, go slower. Sorry, I'll try harder to get everybody to completion. Okay. Timmy, providing that quality. Are the Kratz and Schultz? I don't even know what that means. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here is the peanut butter frosting. Now, as I said before, this peanut butter frosting is a lot of peanut butter, a lot of butter, and a lot of powdered sugar, and it's unhealthy, but it's so fucking good. Like, you could eat... Oh, I've eaten it just with a fork. Also, you know what's really good? You know what? This is a fun subject I wanted to bring up, actually, when you talk about frosting and, like, food and stuff. Anybody else ever have this snack when you were young, or still do it, where you just will get a bunch of saltines and spread some frosting on it, whether it's homemade frosting or store-bought, but you ever spread frosting on saltines? Anybody? What are you going to make? Dude, okay, someone's saying, dude, I feel like I'm really touching them. Timmy, only fans? Oh, okay. This is fucking me up good. How much frosting do you people eat? All of it. Anyways, frosting is good. Someone just asked me about OnlyFans. My joke before, another time I was sitting at the table streaming, and someone's like, what about OnlyFans? I said, I am on OnlyFans. You can't see the other camera under the table where it's balls night. So, how do I get the chat to be bigger on my phone so I can read it better? God, I wish I was better at this. Okay. What are you going to make with the zucchini next week? I don't like it when you spam questions, but I will try and get to the questions. I'm not going to make anything with the zucchini next week. Zucchinis, the amount of zucchini I have left is not very much, and zucchini season is over, so I'm going to be making something else. I think I might make a dinner next week. In fact, I have a really good dinner that I've been wanting to make just because I eat dinner every day. that I think I might make that on stream. It involves corn and chili and cast iron pan. So that's the hints I'll give, but it's one of my favorites. And maybe I'll make that next week. If not next week, definitely soon. It's a fun one. So you will watch. Cool. Decorative gourd season, motherfuckers. No more zoot content. We'll figure out some more zucchini content, but one thing I like is cooking with fresh vegetables, and especially around here, small town, agricultural kind of thing going on. You get a lot of good local products, produce, but also like, hey man, my buddy killed a cow. He killed one of his cows. You want some fresh beef? That kind of stuff. So, but anyway, so you get fresh zucchini that way. Anyways, here's the peanut butter frosting. Right here, this could give me a heart attack. It's so good. Mm-hmm. Oh, you guys wanted me to do it slower this time, okay. GoFundMe Timmy Greenhouse Year-Round Zooks. Year-Round Zooks? That'd be a good name for a jam band. Right? Zucchini does not come from cows. Are you high? Sure. No, I'm not. But no, I just mean like local stuff. And so I get the zucchini fresh and local from people, but now it's over. Anyway, so there's the frosting. Peanut butter, chocolate, and I think it looks all right for having to frost it with my hands due to the hype train, right? I'm going to put a little bit more peanut butter frosting on because I'm an insane person. Okay. I think that's good. So now it's time to cut them, right? Thank you. People are applauding my frosting. The frost. Okay, so frosting is the noun because it's frosting, but also it's the verb. You're frosting. I'm going to frost the frosting. So if you're about to do it, you say I'm going to frost the frosting. But then while it's happening, you're saying I'm frosting the frosting. Does that happen with other stuff? Okay, now I need a knife. All right. So are there any ASMR knife sharpening channels? I bet there are, right? Building a building. There you go, Bark Chunks. I swear to God, if this is a zucchini chocolate peanut butter dessert, you're sick, Timmy. What are we making? Well, hello. That's what we've been making. I guess if you just dropped in, though, that's what's up. Zucchini brownies with peanut butter frosting. Okay, let's start over. The zucchini brownies with chocolate frosting, which is in the recipe, and then fluffy peanut butter frosting. I put these recipes on my Twitter earlier when I twittered about Twitch. It's all in there, so check it out. Okay. It's made from vegetable. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so here's what the brownies look like. So I'm gonna cut them. Now, like I mentioned earlier, my daughter and I, she's 9, and so she likes treats. We try and cut them in a way where you can, in the middle, you get half and half brownies. Fuck yeah, I think I figured it out. So there we go. Do that. I'm gonna make them kind of small, but I'm also not a coward. Okay, the half and halves are not quite half and halves, but they're still going to be good. Okay, I did a bad job cutting these, but that's okay. What's illegal? And for whose idea was a half and half? You or daughter? I think my daughter came up with that. You fucked up? Nah. Okay, so. Your mom, the chat was going a little too fast, but someone said are you saying your mom says we're full of shit? What am I full of shit about? Anyways, now I'm cutting the brownies this way. Okay. It's kind of, you know what, they're probably a little too warm still. I'm swirling up the frosting a little bit. Now, this is something that if children are watching, I hope children are watching, you're going to be real fucked up if you were. Anyways, if children are watching, you should not do this. But there's frosting on this knife. All right, now the rest of the night you've been seeing me lick frosting off my hands and toothpicks, right? There we go. And I just realized we did this whole thing. Once we hit the hype train, I wasn't supposed to use utensils. You guys, a knife is a utensil. now is what we're all really into, right? This is why I started doing this in the first place tonight. Let's try. Oh, there's another utensil. Sorry. Okay. All right. So we had a little blip there in using utensils when I'm not supposed to use utensils tonight. I used a knife to cut the brownies. I used toothpicks to check the doneness, and I used the hot gloves. The hot gloves to pull them out of the oven. But I'm gonna try and only do that. Karate chopped brownie slices. That would have been radical, right? Okay, anyways, now I'm going to eat a brownie. I'm going to eat, they're kind of crumbling apart. I'll leave them alone after this for a while and let them cool some more. Anyways, it's all messed up, but there's a half and half brownie that I'm going to eat. It's peanut butter frosting and chocolate frosting. So you can see in the middle, let me get closer. Sorry, I'm working on getting the better camera. It's going to be happening soon. Okay, so here's the brownie. It's chocolate and peanut butter frosting. And you open it up, that's a zucchini brownie inside, nice and cakey, very fudgy. And we're going to taste one right here. I'll see if I put enough cocoa powder in it, because as I said, I didn't use utensils, which means once the no utensils rule came into play, I was not done measuring everything, so I did not measure the cocoa powder, so I might have used too much. They're good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're so fudgy that I could hardly talk. Very rich, very good. Not quite as chocolatey as I prefer. So I'm thinking that when I measure the cocoa powder without utensils that I probably underhanded it a little bit. Also, there's walnuts in this. I know some people think walnuts are gross, nuts and brownies are gross, whatever. I love it. I didn't chop them up enough, so they're kind of big chunks. But A+ brownies, very good. They're good stuff. All right, now I'm entering some kind of fudgy peanut butter frosting induced stupor, which, if you enter a peanut butter frosting induced stupor, you can probably handle it, right? My problem is I'm entering a peanut butter frosting induced stupor on top of my constant just Timmy Williams stupor. So now I've got two stupors going on, and I'm a little stupered up right now. Plus I'm getting hungry, so it's a hunger induced stupor. So you're talking about like 3. Don't use a hand rag on your face. It's fine, man. I'll be okay. Stupor, yeah. What a good word, right? I have all these Zooks and have only been making pastries with them. Okay, here's the thing, Sweeney Vic, and I know people are always jumping in and out of the stream, so I'm sorry if I say the same thing over and over a few times, but I want people to understand why I've been making stuff with zucchini. I didn't have all these zucchinis, okay? I had one. My friend gave me one that was like fucking, look at that, this big and like this long. It was fucking gigantic. Very impressive, right? And now that we've made these brownies, out of this one zucchini, I've gotten 2 batches of these brownies in this pan, right? So good sized batches of brownies. 2 of those, 4 loaves of zucchini bread. I made the batter for 2 of them last week, and I baked 1 of them on stream, and then also made banana bread last week, and baked the other one. So there's still a little bit of zucchini left. Check it out. There's still this much left. So that's still, you couldn't quite do any more zucchini bread or brownies with it, but I mean, there's a little chunk, so I think for dinner tomorrow night, I'm going to slice it up and just cook it in some butter in the pan, salt and pepper, something like that. So, yeah. But anyways, this one fucking behemoth of a zucchini provided, again, 4 loaves of zucchini bread, and it was good bread, and 2 pans of brownies. And no, bananas were not involved, but that is fucking bananas, right? So, anyways, good in stir fry, yeah. So, I like people hopping in right now and being like, what is this? Just read the description and hope for the best. Anyways, I'm going to be wrapping it up, though. So, thank you so much to everybody who's been involved tonight. Wait, did we just get a raid? Did we just get a raid? But, like, I'm almost done. So, I should probably do more stuff if we're getting raided. Who do we get raided by? Someone saying we got raided? You need me to make sweet love 2 zucchini. Let me check the stats here. Did somebody rate us? No. Never mind. Oh, you need to pick a raid. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm an idiot. Okay, who should we raid? Who should we raid? I'll stay on for a little bit. I can play more Fallout, all right? Okay. But I do need to, you know what I'll do? I'm going to play Fallout for a little bit more. But also I'm going to order pizza. And you guys I'll hang out until the pizza shows up. But, because no way in hell has anyone earned the right to watch me eat pizza. No one should have to do that. So, okay. We got rated Johnny Pemberton. Johnny Pemberton rated us? What? Awesome. Yeah, well, I don't know how to tell things. I don't know what's going on, but if Johnny did that, that's fucking awesome. Love you, boy. Hope you're doing all right. Okay. Consider making homemade jalapeno poppers. That's a great idea. You know what I did this week? What kind of pizza? Probably just Domino's. Okay, so, sorry, I was reading things. Oh, am I fucking freaking out right now? What kind of pizza places are in South Dakota? We actually do have some good local pizza. I might just do Domino's tonight, but there's a really great local place called Empire. Maybe I should get some Empire. Also, Dempsey's is really good. I look kind of depressed, man. No one asked you. Okay, so... Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up? Dude, you are the best. So you're rating me, or we should rate you? I don't know how it works. Anyways, I'm going to play Fallout again for a little bit, and then order some pizza, and then go away. Happy Joe's Pizza Place? What is that? Timmy's Empire. Excuse me, I burped. It's horrible. Okay. Nice Fallout original. That's right. The Boomer Boys. All right. Order pizza first. I'm going to do everything all at once, like I always do. That's my brain. Timmy is... Let's change the subscription, or description. Timmy is playing Fallout 1 next to a fresh pan of zucchini brownies, which he made. Okay. Cool. Update information. Add some extra light, Tim. You're a hunk. Oh, on this side of my face? Yeah. Well, you know, I've kind of just changed the lighting around. I don't know. You know what? I'm only going to be doing this for a little bit, so let's not worry about the lighting too much right now. Is South Dakota the California of the Dakotas? If by California the Dakotas you mean, I don't even have a good joke there. We're very conservative and strange. You know what? Oh, yeah, bring my mic closer. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Thank you. There we go. Dude, thank you guys so much. Speakerphone pizza. I like the mood lighting. What will it take to eat pizza with us? Anyways, let me bring Fallout up, and then I'll get to the 900 different things I was going to say. Oh, okay, so yeah, I don't know how South Dakota would be like California. No. We're very conservative and very strange, and we don't like, you know, we take any sort of guideline or rule as some sort of like fucking indictment of freedom. You know, it's stupid. But here's one interesting thing about South Dakota that people might not know. And it's the one time a year where I feel like maybe we're kind of progressive, or we were at some point. We actually were a little bit. That guy that ran against Nixon in 1972, he wasn't too bad. George McGovern. Anyways, so, you know, Columbus Day is coming up. And, you know, it's the day that we named after a pretty devious motherfucker. And South Dakota was the first state to say, hey, no, this is Indigenous Peoples Day. And we actually call it Native American Day here. But, yeah, I knew that we were one of the first places that did it. I found out this year, that we're the first. So that's impressive, you know. I wish Timmy could become part of my wolf pack. I'm not sure what that means, but I think wolves are cool. I'm into packs, you know. Maybe that's something we could get into together. Alrighty. So there we go. If you were 1 inch in your mom and your dad was 1 inch in you, would you rather move forwards or backwards? I don't know. It kind of depends on the mood. I don't know. What music is playing? Yes, Tally, I believe it is. Okay. Well, if you can what's up, Al Gal, my pal? How you doing? I hope you're healing up in the hospital. Okay. Side to side. But it's interesting, I mean, yeah, you have Native American customers and stuff. It is, and I have friends that are, and it's just kind of always just been normal. But it is weird, to consider there's parts of the country where, they're not around. But it's the whole thing is, so complicated, and there's so much shit behavior in our part, and sadness involved. But I. It's fine if some people are okay with Columbus Day, but I mean, why? I feel like let's just, celebrate something else. Why do we don't need to celebrate him. He's fine. He's dead. Native Americans are still here, All right, let's shoot some rats and stop talking about that kind of stuff. But anyways, I've always thought it was interesting that South Dakota did that, especially since we're so bad at, like, moving forward in any other way ever. Yes, I have Oidoy. All right. If I had you as a dad during my parents' divorce, I probably wouldn't have stayed up late watching Whitest Kids in middle school. Not sure how I felt about that. I don't know, man. I encourage my daughter to get into weird stuff. Like, she's 9, and I'm like, whenever you're ready, we can watch, like, a Freddy movie. Well, it's probably too soon for that. But, I just want her to understand that I trust her judgment. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, what's funny, though, is I'd let her kind of make her own decisions about what we watch and stuff, especially if I'm in the room. I mean, if your kids, if you're watching something with your kid, like, I think it increases the age limit because, I think it's easier for them to properly process stuff when you're with them. Anyways, so last night we started watching the old Steve McQueen, the first version of The Blob from, like, 1957. And my daughter was like, this is too scary. And it's so interesting to me that I thought that she thought that was too scary. And we haven't watched a lot of super scary movies, but we've watched other stuff. And she just thought The Blob was scary. It was in color, which I did not know that version would be in color. And I don't know if it was a colorized version or if it was shot that way. I'm sure there's other people in the chat that would know. Okay, let's do this real quick. Help me pick out the perk. Oh, I did this thing again. I forget why it does that. You watched Event Horizon in theaters? That's cool. Bonus hand-to-hand damage. Presence. Quick pockets? Yeah, let's do bonus hand-to-hand damage. Oh, I forgot to give myself any more... I forgot to do the increasing of the stats. I better do some unarmed. Well, we know that Speech is worthless because she's too dumb to, like, really say anything useful. Maybe we can up stealing a little bit? Oh, you guys are probably yelling at me about which stats to increase. I'm not paying attention. You saw The Exorcist when you were 6? I think it was my daughter's mom. It was somebody at some point that was around said they saw The Shining when they were like 6, so that's pretty crazy. All right. Did you end up ordering food? No, I need to do that yet because it's getting late here and I need to fucking eat. Blair Witch? That's a scary one. Do you guys have a Patreon tier system set up? No, we're getting there, Paratarian. We'll get that figured out. All right. So, I think I'm just going to internet order some chain food. I don't know. Maybe I should order local since I'm doing this on camera, right? I want to be cooler. I've been streaming for 2 hours, 8 minutes. Okay. Hi, how you doing? MNQ44. What's up? Zucchini boys. Yeah, the zucchini portion is over, but I made zucchini brownies and frosted them, and you can see the hole where I ate one. Yep. So we got chocolate frosting over here, peanut butter frosting on this side. Saw the OG Child's Play by accident as a kid. Yeah, that's a good one. Blade when you were 4? I just rewatched the Blades a couple weeks ago, and they're not bad. The first one's great, and the second one is great, and the third one's not good. So, I think, so I guess that on average averages out to not bad, but really, the first two are really excellent. You know what, I'm just going to order Domino's because I have a free, I earned a free pizza, apparently. And I just don't feel like, Empire Pizza's really good, but I don't feel like going crazy tonight, and Empire Pizza go crazy on. Anyways. Order some food. Here's Fallout again. Did I get all my skill points taken care of? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so still a lot of rats around here. Well, let's go out here, because I know, so the idea here is you're trying to find out if this vault has a water chip that you can steal and take to your vault. Although, would it be stealing when it's just rats? Do rats count as citizens? I don't know. What about making pasta? Dude, I'm too tired to make stuff, you know? Have you checked out Wasteland 3 yet? Nah, I don't know if I'll get around to that. We'll see. Why is Pee-wee bleeped? You know what's funny is I used to, when I had my own streaming channel, I mean, now I'm on, I'm always going to stream on official Whitest Kids, but I was, my separate one is Timmy Weems. And, I also, but it used to be called something else, whatever. And, but so anyways, I would stream from that. And of course people bring up hot dogs or whatever. So I thought it would be funny to, you know, edit the censored words, and I censored hot dogs so that if anyone said it, it would just show up as asterisks. But then I would randomly pick other shit, like the word ham was blocked at one point. If anyone's, there's people in here tonight who were always on those old streams, so if you know one, cloaca, yes, thank you, Mardeka. Cloaca was blocked at one point. Ham, was it spaghetti? Wasn't it spaghetti? Wasteland 3, yeah. But I've played Wasteland 2 a little bit. It was too hard for my taste. I'm not into the hard games. You know, like Zach plays those Souls games, and he loves them. I tried Dark Souls 1, and I just thought it was too hard. I didn't enjoy being that challenged. The Fallout games and Skyrim and like Zelda, you know, stuff like that. It's like, okay, you can just kind of sit back and, you know, hang out and kill monsters. But some of those other ones where you have to like really perfect like your timed swings and shield and stuff, I can't handle all that, you know. So, anyways, okay, so it's. I think at this point you have determined that there's no way to get into the rest of the vault. Okay, I need to pay attention to what you guys are saying too. Breath of the Wild. Well, the thing is, okay, so I have a Switch. I don't have a lot of money or good equipment, so I need to, I gotta get what, like not a charge card. What the fuck do you call that stuff? Anyways, the thing to hook up to the Switch so that I can stream off it, right? Isn't there a thing I gotta do? Telltale games, that was fun when I did those. What's up, KG Roma? How you doing? Fallout is harder and less forgiving than Wasteland 3, really? Alright. My favorite New Vegas DLC. Man, I can't remember them that well. I like the Big Empty, I think would be a capture card. Thank you, everybody. Good God. Yeah, way too many Quark Seeds. Hey, how many Quark Seeds are there? Because I was almost at the end of Zelda, then I kind of stopped, and I'll get back into it soon. But I got the green classic Zelda armor from finding all the shrines, and I'm working on collecting the stuff to fully upgrade that. And then the only other thing I was really going to do was go get the all the Korok Seeds, but is it like 250 or 300 or how many? There's not 900. Get the fuck out of here. There's 900? No. I've only found like 260 of them. Get the fuck out. There's no way it's 1,000 or 900. You guys are crazy. I have like 230. I don't know, I haven't played it in a while. 900. See, where are they? I mean, I've gone all over the whole map. How can there be? Oh my God. Is this where I have a panic attack just from reading a number? Is that what's going to happen tonight? Just reading a number made me freak out. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. I'll get back to it. All right. Okay. Oh, am I still in combat? I am still in combat. All right. Sean Patton stories. Yeah, I knew Sean for a long time. Did stand up there. He's a really good dude. I just stream BioWare games. Okay, well maybe sometime. I have this like allergic reaction to the word should. You know, it's like, don't tell me what I should do. If you could suggest things. But that's me though. I get obsessed with the little things of language, and sometimes that makes me sound like I'm complaining. But I don't know. I just have never liked the word shit, but that's okay. But I mean, you didn't know that. It's okay. Um, See, I'm weird. Don't worry about me. Anyways, yeah, BioWare. Okay, so I really liked Mass Effect 1 and 2 and 3. I thought 3 was fine, even though no one liked the ending. It's fine. The new Mass Effect I did stream back on my old channel, and I didn't even get close to finishing it, and I didn't care. Um, I agree, Akbar. There's something that feels too demanding about it. Any stories about Lansing, Grand Rapids, or Detroit? I can think about it. I'm really bad at thinking about stuff like that on the spot. But oh man, what's that town? I want to ask if there. I was about to say, is there anyone from Golden Bloom streaming or in the chat? No. I was there was in 2012. I did stand up on the road, opening, well, kind of performing with, not really opening, two like folk rock bands, and we ended up in Michigan, and I got just fucking hammered at this bar, and man, I was there for way too long. That was fun though. I think at one point I made a guy mad. He wanted to fight me, but then that didn't happen. I always have a way of kind of like just like my way out of fights. But yeah, I can't remember what town that was in. Do I need a hug? Always. Do I like the band Pavement? I like them, but I don't know much about them. I haven't listened to them very much. What about Timmy Williams' voice? How did it get so high? Is that the way he talks, or does he sound like an ordinary guy? I've met him, and he does. Okay, so I'm almost done ordering food. I'm really bad at it, right? It's too much fun to just like answer questions and sort of play Fallout. Okay. Wasteland 2 significantly harder than 3. Okay, so 2 was super hard, so that's good. I'm still alive? Yes. Or were you trying to say you're still alive? Why'd I have to go cut my hair? What about not making assumptions? Look at this. Look at this beautiful ass ponytail. See? Why is Watertown called Watertown? We actually earned it here. We're next to two big lakes and have a river. I'm just getting Domino's pepperoni. Do you prefer earlier Fallouts or the FPS ones? I think I like the earlier ones better, but I like the FPS too. Would you take over the lead role of the National Treasure franchise? In a fucking heartbeat, I would. I know, Succubus. That was a joke. Okay. Many of your local spots in South Dakota permanently shut down to COVID. No. These are the times I wonder if Timmy is a female cuddle buddy, and then I remember God blah 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 Timmy. Of course he does. Oh, it's goddamn Timmy. No, I don't. The last time, it's been a while since anyone else has touched my penis. Yeah, no, it's been, well, no, I had to go to the doctor a couple years ago. But no, besides that, no. So it's been a long time. And you know what? I was in a relationship, broke up with that person. That was about 6 years ago. We're really good friends now. And then since then, there's not been much action. And you know what? I don't care anymore. So it's fine. Oh, shoot. You know what? I forgot that I have a phone call that I need to take that's coming up. So it's time for us to end. And I did order my food already. But I'm going to have to go. But we should raid. So who are we going to raid? I've got Jose very full. No, I don't. Volcel or Incel? No, I would call it a Volcel, Nate. I don't think I'm everybody's favorite member because my favorite is Darren. So Cobalt Streak, Ron Funches, or Surix Plays are good raid options. Didn't we just raid Ron not that long ago? So I don't know if okay, hold on. Okay, that was my daughter who's calling me because I asked her mom to have her call me. And the reason I want her to call me is because I need to see if she sold my turnips yet. Because she has a Switch now. And, it's almost the end of the week and I still haven't sold my turnips. So, anyways, okay. Let's find someone to raid. Raid Bernie Sanders, not Sasha Grey. Okay. All right. You know what? I know I didn't have any sound. I was talking to someone on the phone, so I muted it. Did I solo write any sketches? Yeah, you know what? I'll have to get some of those questions earlier. Where's yeah, Ron could be on that new Jack one. Okay, so now it's time to raid. And you know what? I don't know how to do that. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Ron. Ron Gina. Okay, we'll actually do somebody else. So, do I look them up and then do it? I really don't know how to do it, you guys. This is how bad I am. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ron. Okay. See, I'm just you know, I'm not the dude. I'm not the dude that knows all his stuff. That's the other guys. Okay. All right, this button on the Twitch stream dashboard. Oh my God! Thank you guys for hanging in there while I stumble through this. Cool. I gotta eat before your stream. What? Okay. So, here we go. Okay, cool. Got it. All right. Do. And let me go back to raid official WKUK. I'm gonna raid Ron again. He's an old buddy of mine. When I briefly lived in Portland, and Ron and I were buddies, and he's a good guy, so we're gonna do it. Here we go.